can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%. Real wine for real life. The moment is now.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's day 23 of LeBron James making us wait. Michael Jordan would never do this to us, man.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. It is a Thursday. That's the best day of the week, if I do say so myself. July the 23rd, and we're ripping and rolling here. Got a fun show, action-packed show as SEC Media Days continue. The circus that is. There is something that is emerging once again, something that we've seen coming for a while, and is definitely culminating in the form of who the LSU coach is in Lane Kiffin and who he means to college football. We also are going to get a little into an update on the Miami Dolphins. We have officially started camp in the NFL for the teams in the Hall of Fame game, that being the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. I do believe we actually had our first camp injury, which is, the day, we always get the report, somebody being carted off. Then we have to remind people that being carted off at training camp is a difference between being carted off in the middle of a game. It's sometimes a matter of convenience and not a severity of injury thing. It's like clockwork. It's like clockwork, and that's exactly how the NFL typically does work here, as we're under 50 days from the actual kickoff of the season. But, so much to still get to here in the dog days of the summer here in South Florida. On the other side of the glass, on the ones and twos, the producing prodigy, Colin Russo, who you would be so proud, so happy to know that I now have gotten a little bit into my scheduling bag, Colin. I'm in my scheduling bag.
What's your schedule?
As a dad. We the wife and I have worked out this new thing in the night shifts for the watch care for our son here. He turns 3 weeks tomorrow. So he's still at that stage of newborn.
That's fast. That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah, it's been happening so fast. He's at that stage though where he still doesn't know the difference between night and day. And I think it's some kind of sick joke he's playing on us where during the day, sleeps like a charm. He'll lay in that bassinet. I can have the TV blaring. I can have music going. I could be on the phone yapping loud. I can have all the lights on in the house, and he'll lay in the bassinet for 3 or 4 hours straight. No problems. Soon as the sun goes down, he refuses to stay calm and kick it. He loves.
He's had a couple rough nights in sleeping overnight.
Yeah. So the solution to this is we've now broken out a little scheduling. We got into our scheduling bag here. And what's your guy's name with the NFL? Who does it? Who you've been trying to get in contact with?
Oh, that's right.
That handles the scheduling.
Steve No,
we're gonna whoever it is. I know we still got to make
schedule maker for the NFL.
If we asked the other day, I feel like it was a month or so ago, who's the one person who you'd love to have a long sit down with?
Mike North.
Mike North is the guy. If you could pick anybody in the world to have an exclusive interview with on Russo and Rizzo, Mike North would be on that short list for you because of how much of a scheduling aficionado you are. So
he would be top 10.
So I'm saying, like, I'm not even kidding here. So we've come to a place where we realize if we're gonna get through this and not be sleep deprived and not be droggy throughout the day, we have to break out a schedule. So last night the schedule was my wife had the let's say midnight to 4 a.m. shift, and then I had 4 a.m. through about 8:30 before I had to go out and hand out the top 63 invites at Jupiter Christian.
So what does that mean?
High school.
So what does that mean?
Yeah.
The baby is with. Do you sleep in separate rooms when this happens?
Separate rooms.
And then do you move the baby or just swap beds?
Swap beds.
Okay.
One of us is on the couch in the living room next to the baby with the bassinet. The other one of us is getting peaceful sleep in the bedroom with the door closed. Hopefully not. You're not gonna. The baby, little Cash, his scream is gonna resound through the house. I ain't got that many square footage. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna hit you, but at the very least, you're getting some deep sleep in the bed. You might not wake up. The one that's on duty on the couch is the one who is actively, present, taking care of the needs, doing the burping, the feeding, the changing of the diapers and whatnot. I tell that story to say this morning when I went and took over for my shift at 4 a.m., one of the beauties of doing this and being taken care of my newborn is it keeps me up at random hours of the day. One of the blessings of that is I have been able to catch a lot more unsportsmanlike here on ESPN 106.3, 6 to 10 a.m. And during one of the spats in which little Cash, Teddy J, was inconsolable, did not want to go back and lay down, and was keeping me up throughout the morning, I had unsportsmanlike on in the background. And I saw none other than Michelle Smallman doing this one thing that they do typically, I think once or twice a week, and it's called Michelle Madness, where she sets up a bracket. You know the drill. We do it every March. Set up a bracket, seed them 1 through 8. You put people up against each other or teams up against each other or entities up against each other, similar to what March Madness is. And today's topic was athlete with the brightest future. Athlete with the brightest future. And this was compelling to me because I tried to put myself in her shoes and decide who I would pick from each of these leagues, because she went very uniquely. Picked an NFL star, a WNBA star, picked somebody from soccer, from tennis, and the whole nine. So before I actually get to who actually won this bracket challenge, I'm curious for you, Colin, if you could even guess who the names were that came up on that list. If you had to pick one person from the NBA, one person to make a bracket of players with the brightest future, who do you think that would be?
How obvious is this? Is Cooper Flagg on this list?
Cooper Flagg, actually, you know what? There were 2 NBA players, and Cooper Flagg did make the cut. I just realized that.
So Cooper Flagg was on this.
Cooper Flagg was, I believe, a 6th seed. The 6th seed in this. And there's one more.
There's one more NBA player.
NBA player, brightest future.
Don't
overcomplicate this.
Victor Wembanyama.
There you go.
All
there you go. Ding, ding, ding. He actually ended up winning the whole thing there. If you had to pick one tennis star, tennis is your arena.
So that's another one. How deep into the thing does she want to get? Does she do Joao Fonseca or does she do Carlos Alcaraz?
She went Alcaraz.
Carlos Alcaraz already here. He's got 6 majors.
Well, I thought he's 7.
He's got 7. That's right.
For Alcaraz, though, if you had to give an NFL comp, like
Carlos
NFL
Alcaraz could retire
comp,
today. He's a top 12 player ever.
Right. NFL player comp, like how deep into his career is he, though? Because it's like there's success, there's early success, and then there's the...
Here's the thing. He is faster than anybody in terms of compiling Grand Slams. There's 4 year. Compiling Grand Slams is the Super Bowls, right? That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
The best of all time have in the 20s. 24, 22, 20.
Yeah.
Djokovic, Nadal, Federer. Alcaraz is 23. He's already got 7.
He's 23 years old.
Yeah, he might be 24 now, but he's 23. So he's already got 7. So we're talking about somebody who, by the time he's 30, might have 15.
It's crazy. So he rightfully so belongs on that list, but he is very
brightest future doesn't count. He's best. He's the best player in my opinion. He's the best player in the world right now.
Best player in the world. See, that's what I was trying to deduce from this. I
would not choose him for tennis because I think he's too good already.
Who would you pick for tennis then?
Joao Fonseca is a 18-year-old, or I mean, if she really wants to get into it, Rafael Hodar, the Spaniard.
I don't think she really wants to get that. I don't think anybody wants to get that deep into it. But I do see what you're saying, though. There's other names.
He's too good. It's like Mahomes after his second Super Bowl, bringing him up, parade his future. I mean, can you really say that?
I feel you on it. And that's why I have my own. What we're going to get to here is it made me start racking my brain on who I would kind of bet the house on, who I would bank on to be the person who I definitively have conviction their career is going to be great. They will be one of the elites. They will be a Hall of Famer. They will be a champion. I have my own, and I went off the beaten path a little bit. But yes, the two from the NBA, Wembanyama, Cooper Flag. Wemby ends up winning the whole thing. If you had to pick one person from the WNBA, who would you pick?
Beckers.
She went Caitlin Clark.
It's fine.
She went Caitlin.
I mean, Caitlin Clark is, by the way, having the best stretch of her career right now. She's playing great.
Yeah. Back from injury, having a great stretch of her career. I think 3 All-Star appearances already, Rookie of the Year, the whole 9.
Yeah.
And of course, she's the biggest. She is the star with the biggest name brand. But Olivia Miles, her rookie season so far has been absolutely incredible. And I would think that
Ozzy Fudd has not played well.
Back when I tried to be nice about it, but
she's been bad.
Back when the WNBA draft happened, the fact that Dallas went with Ozzy Fudd over Olivia Miles.
I think you're right. Yeah.
That to me, that had everything to do with the relationship with Beckers and nothing to do with who had the higher ceiling.
UConn.
That's what it was. Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
I think that's what made me so annoyed in the aftermath of the drafting.
Get somebody from the machine, and the machine is UConn.
But Olivia Miles was so clearly.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it, but I will say, that's certainly a decision.
It's showing right now. It's showing right now in the WNBA. So Caitlin Clark was the one that made that. But in the end of the day, Victor Wembanyama wins it for the NBA, and I too feel like that even is a bit of a shortcut.
Almost. He's always too good already. You got to do an up and comer. Cooper Flag's a good one. Cooper Flag's already likely in the top 40 NBA players right now, top 45 NBA players right now, could easily come into top 15 if he has a great year.
Now, NFL quarterback right now. She only picked one.
I'm sure she did. Caleb Williams.
I would have thought Drake May.
I wouldn't have done Caleb.
I would have thought Drake May. I mean, Super Bowl appearance.
How about Tyler
MVP
Shuck?
Runner-up.
How about Tyler Shuck?
All right, I'm glad you said that because when I was racking my brain on this, and I succinctly thought, who is the person, the player, any sport right now that I'm convicted on their career is going to be great, brightest future? I went a little close to home, right out of our backyard a year and a half ago. But I am 1,000% sure that Cam Ward not only going to be a Super Bowl champion one day, not only going to be in Canton at some point in his career, or when it's all said and done, Cam Ward is going to be a superstar in the league, and I don't think it's going to take long. I think this year we're sleeping on how great of an improvement he's going to make from year 1 to year 2. And sure, I might be a little hyped up off the fact that he's the person that resurrected my Miami Hurricanes college football program that is now looking like one of the best position programs to compete year over year in the NCAA. Also, I might be a little bit overhyped over the fact that I have been, as I've been sitting at the crib with a lot of TV time in front of me, a lot of that's been filled up with the Netflix show Quarterback, which this past season followed, Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, and Cam Ward himself. But when you think about what his football journey has been, transferring to three different schools, starting his rookie campaign with the desolate Tennessee Titans program that had literally the ghost of Calvin Ridley to throw the football to, and then a bunch of dudes drafted in the 4th and 5th round out there running routes willy-nilly for a coach that got fired 5 weeks in. And you consider the fact that Cam Ward this year is getting renewed by a head coach in Robert Saleh, who is going to be coaching for his coaching future. If this doesn't work out for Saleh with the Titans, I don't think he gets another shot at a head coaching gig in the NFL. Brian Daboll, same thing as the offensive coordinator. When he was with the New York Giants last year and they were trying to draft a quarterback, he didn't want Jackson Dart. He was trying to convince the Giants to move up to get Cam Ward, but the Titans said no. Now he has his guy, and they went out and got Carnell Tate from Mike Rizzo's illustrious The Ohio State University. Carnell Tate, who one of the more overlooked wide receiver prospects because he was, in the same wide receiver room with the second coming of Megatron. And also they went and got Brian Daboll's guy, Wan'Dale Robinson, the
very underrated
guy,
last year,
who was absolutely impeccable, especially in the absence of Malik Neighbors. Cam Ward is well positioned to have a sensational sophomore season with the Tennessee Titans. And I think that a guy with his build, with his makeup, a guy with the level of tenacity in which he plays the quarterback position, it feels like one of those things that I would bet the house on him providing those kind of results year after year after year after year. He's kind of just getting started. And if I look around the NFL, the easy ones would be like the Caleb Williams of the world, who is attached to Ben Johnson and is in an incredible offensive system. Jaden Daniels already showed us with the NFC Championship appearance. Drake May is fresh off a Super Bowl appearance. I would hesitate at least to bank on any of the other young guys like a CJ Stroud or Bryce Young because they have a lot more to prove. But Cam Ward, I think, is going to show some flashes this year, and I'm all in, man. I'm all in on the Cam Ward train as being the guy with the brightest future when I look at quarterbacks in the NFL right now with something to prove in 2026. Have you even given it a chance, the Netflix starting quarterback?
Not yet. No, I have not given it a chance yet.
Yeah. It's good. It's fun. It's also a really good insight into who these guys, like the mentality of a lot of these guys. All four of them failed horribly this last year.
I know, which is why I could have told you that. I could have
before the season.
Let's not get the number one overall pick in there. The number one overall pick, more often than not, doesn't matter who it is, gets pounded his first year. Lawrence did, Young did, Burrow did,
Williams did.
These guys get pounded their first year. It's just how it goes. It's a rite of passage into the NFL if you're the number one overall pick. So I could have told you that.
It's more interesting to me, though.
Yeah, I guess. Flacco, they got two rookies sitting right behind him that are both going to play this year.
Did you know he's back with the Bengals?
Yes.
I forgot about it. I did not realize that. And I wonder if part of that is he loved kind of mentoring Joe Burrow, if the other part of it is he knows Joe Burrow breaks down a lot.
Joe Burrow need mentoring? What is he, 29, 30?
I mean, yeah, it seems like in the show, it seemed like he was kind of taking after some of the things that Flacco done. That's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's elite Joe Flacco there. Yeah, he's always used a veteran voice in the locker room.
I think Burrow's 30.
He's like 29, 30. Yeah, you're right.
Because he was drafted when he was like a 24, 25-year-old.
Yeah, but you can't be. You're never too old to have a positive veteran voice in the locker room.
I don't disagree, but Burrow's at the age we need to be mentoring others. We need to be mentoring others.
It's not a bad thing for Burrow to have an ear to lean on.
Mentors can always have mentors, but Joe, who's going to be the young guy you string along? I mean, geez.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Jake Browning, though, underrated.
No, not underrated. We thought he was underrated, and last year he showed us he's properly rated. He had his shot.
He was great against Jacksonville.
He had his shot. Yeah, I was about to say that felt like it must have been personal. He must have had one of those blow-up games against y'all. But again, it's hard to do this without taking the easy route. And even me picking Cam Ward as a former number one overall
pick. There's a level of success criteria that you need to go somewhere beneath in order to make a list like that.
That's like a bit of a risk.
Wembanyama's too far above it. He's too well known.
Would you say Lamine Yamal is too far
he just won a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the 2 seed.
Can't do it.
He was the 2 seed.
Can't get away with it. You cannot do that.
The only one on that list that it seems like you feel like is fair is Cooper Flagg. Is that the guy?
I think Cooper Flagg makes sense.
Would that be your guy?
Is that my guy?
Would that be your guy that you says has the brightest future right now that fits the threshold? Doesn't go too far.
I mean, if he's going against Wembanyama, I would say no. But I mean, if we're talking about
out of it,
my competition in terms of how criteria I'd put it, I would put guys on the level of what Cooper Flagg is for the remainder of the bracket, give or take.
Is there anybody in this past draft that you would bank the future on after watching Summer League 2 with what Caleb Wilson did?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to be high in the top 4. If I'm going to give you a flyer, weirdly enough, I would say Kingston Flemings with Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's the one I like.
You ate?
I like them all, too, because they're all scorers, but Flemings is a leader. And I think that would be the one. If there's like a sneaky, bright future I could ride on, I would say Kingston Flemings, because I think Atlanta's going to have a good year.
You think Atlanta's having a good year.
Underratedly good year.
Lou Dort comes through.
They're going to allow 60 points a game.
Yeah.
They got Dyson Daniels, Alexander Walker. They got Dort. Jalen Johnson's a good defender. They got Okongwu at center. Flemings is a great defender, Houston defender.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to allow 58 points a game. So from that perspective, I do think they'll have a better year. And they were pretty solid last year for what it's worth. They're the only team that was able to beat the Knicks.
That is true. And honestly, the Hawks have been kind of feisty over the past couple of years because they have been long and defensive-oriented.
Yeah, well coached, too. Quinn Snyder's underrated.
Yeah, he's been one of those guys. I do wonder, though, I'm just curious for them. Is Jalen Johnson going to end up, evolving?
Yeah, you probably don't have you have a good player, probably not a great player, but they have so many guys. They also got, who else they got in the draft? Zubi Ejiofor, who was the big guy in St. John's. Who's big guy in St. John's, who's guards 1 through 5, and he's like a 6'8". He's like a Zion, but a defensive specialist.
Bam Adebayo?
In terms of his build, he's not as big as Bam.
Okay.
But he's a 1 through 5. He's a 1 through 5 defender.
Yeah. Bam's only like 6'9". Bam's 6'9".
He terrorized UConn in Big East play.
The Big East savant here, Colin Russo. But I just thought that was interesting because the more I look at specifically the NBA, it feels like there's a lot of low-hanging fruit there. But specifically in the NFL, when you look at the quarterbacks and you look at guys who have a chance to make that huge leap.
You know where I'd eliminate them? If you have a playoff win.
So no C.J. Stroud?
Yeah. No C.J. Stroud, no Caleb Williams, no Drake May, no Jaden Daniels. I would eliminate you if you have a playoff win.
So who does that lead? Bryce Young?
Yeah, Bryce Young's in there. Any of the rookies. Now. Jackson Dart's somewhere there. Tyler Shuck somewhere there. Cam Ward is there.
Yeah.
There's enough guys to go around. I mean, you want to do Mendoza,
so you take
do that.
Bo Nix out of it. You know what? Mendoza is...
Bo Nix has a playoff win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You take him out of it as well. I'm still not convinced on either. Fernando Mendoza is going to be an interesting test case because it feels like the Raiders are... I've been saying this for a while, that Mendoza's going to win out in training camp and he's going to start week 1. It feels like everything coming out of Las Vegas is that Tom Brady's not allowing for that. Clint Kubiak is not in on that.
That's a negative towards the team. That means they know the team he's going to come in and get banged around. And they don't necessarily need him to get, destroyed for 17 games and not make it through the end.
He just signed his rookie deal. I didn't realize he waited this long. 4 years, $57 million. So Mendoza they're going to protect him as much as possible, but he does strike me as another one of those guys who has the tools, the intangibles, and he's going to be cultivated in the right kind of sphere there with Kubiak, with Brady, and they're probably going to wait until he has some weapons to throw him out there. The question is going to be definitely, though, what that actual ceiling is, because I don't know how much you can glean from the 1 year at Indiana where he's surrounded by all these 24-year-olds playing against, 20-year-old guys.
Can't turn that into a negative. That's how it goes.
A lot of negatives.
Can't turn that into a negative.
It's not a negative. I'm just saying it's hard to gauge what he actually is in that kind of environment. I thought he was great at Cal. And I was a little bit disappointed when Miami didn't go out and get him over the past year and instead opted for Carson Beck. But that's a story for another day. In a little bit, we're going to be joined by our guard, Marcel Louis-Jacques. I'll ask him if there's anybody whose future he would bank on, who has the brightest future of the Miami Dolphins. And he can't use the guys that just got the extensions. Devon Achane, Jordan Brooks, can't use those guys. It's too easy. It's too low-hanging fruit. The Dolphins have already proved that those guys are going to be future mainstays there. Curious where he goes with that. They start camp next week, I believe on Wednesday, and we'll gear into what the Fins are looking like here as well. So again, day 23 days into LeBron's free agency, and also who is the brightest star, the person who has the brightest future right now in sports. Who would you be banking on? Who are you betting the house on? Let us know here on Theoretically Speaking on a Thursday. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us on the Baptist Health Hotline and tap in with the good people. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities that you love. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That is baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. That is the Baptist Health Hotline. Tap in with us. I might need to tap into baptisthealth.net/ortho as well. I was actually at an award ceremony, the Bernays Awards, which might still be going on. Supposed to wrap at 1. when I left, it was about halfway through. So it might still be going on. I had to dip out of there, but what I realized is maybe it's because I've been doing a lot of couch sleeping, watching over the young lad. I realized that turning over my right shoulder, when you're at those award ceremonies and you're at circular tables and things are going on 360 all around you, turning over my right shoulder, I get a little bit of soreness there, which could be obviously coming from all the awkward sleep I'm getting. Might need to tap into Baptist Health myself. So if you're feeling like I'm feeling, BaptistHealth.net/ortho, see how they can help you. And again, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health hotline. And yes, that is the reason why I'm suited and booted here on Theoretically Speaking today, coming back from that awards lunch.
all day award ceremony?
It started at 11:30 and it was supposed to close at 1.
It's 2:30.
I know. I'm going to text somebody at my table. I was with the Mosaic group. I'm going to text somebody from my table that invited me, and I'm going to ask them if they're still there. I felt bad. I'm thinking everybody has to work. You know how Palm Beach County is, though. You know how Palm Beach County is. It's a very leisurely county.
Did you MC this?
I did not MC this. No, I was invited at the table with Mosaic. They were nominated for 3 or 4 of the awards. It's like a PR and marketing.
If you've ever been to an event when Theo's emceeing, boy, he's got stories in between every award.
Right?
Kill the time, and all of a sudden you're there for 4 hours. Where'd the time go?
Are you saying that the event ran long because I potentially emceed it? Is that what you were getting
That's what I was getting at. I was like, no wonder it went long.
I am a succinct MC. Do I keep people a little bit entertained? Sure. I'm a succinct MC. Don't listen to Colin Russo.
Story number 8. Oh, Theo.
Don't listen to him. Lies he tells. That is Colin Russo. I'm Theo Dorsey, a succinct MC. I promise you all. We're Theoretically Speaking here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, West Palm Beach.
Hungry? Time for a power play at Duffy Sports Grill. We're talking juicy burgers, crispy chicken tenders, stacked sandwiches, and wings tossed just the way you like them, all part of the power play lineup. Big flavor, real portions. Choose your entree, side, and drink starting at just $13.99. So whether you're watching the game or just playing MVP at lunch, make your move with the power play at Duffy's. Duffy Sports Grill. Our game is always on.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 106.3, South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
One of the hardest things about being sidelined was not knowing how long it would take for me to get back on the ice. The pain, the doubt, it was tough. The incredible medical team at Baptist Health was always there for me. Their dedication and expertise kept me focused and kept me motivated. That helped me step back on the ice with confidence. I'm Matthew Tkachuk, winger for the 2-time champion Florida Panthers. And there's one thing I've learned: don't stop. Because an injury can take you out of the game, but Baptist Health, our official sports medicine provider, puts you back in.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire. With the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed, you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
It's 89 degrees outside right now. You know it's bad when you Google what the weather is and you see one of those little icons. You see a little icon. The icon right here, as I Google the weather, is it's a red circle with a white thermometer in the middle. And to the right of it reads, excessive heat. West Palm Beach, Florida, USA. Get used to it. Get used to it. Now, while that excessive heat is outside, that excessive heat is not inside because EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, that fuels my home. They've been doing it since 2006, 20 years here in South Florida, taking care of me, taking care of you. Let them actually equip your home with the good stuff like they've done for me. I'm a Gold Plan member with EDS. That means I get 2 check-ins every single year. That is preventative care and repair. I get tips on how to keep my efficiency high with my system. But most importantly, man, every time I open up that door, I know I'm going to get hit by a cool, breezy, fresh air that makes me forget all about it in an instant. It's like Men in Black when they flash a little thing in front of your eyes. I forgot all about how bad the heat was outside when I walk into my home. EDS now offering 60 months interest-free to qualified customers. So check and see if you're qualified. EDSIsYes.com. EDSIsYes.com. Been doing it since 06. Let them serve you as well. Man, it is a Thursday. It is the best day of the week. And on the best day of the week, we always talk to our guy, Marcel Louis-Jacques, who covers the Dolphins for ESPN's NFL Nation. And it's seasons like this, Marcel, that test your pen the most. So I'm hoping you've been working that pen out all off season, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I don't know. I've seen some brutal seasons in my day, not even just here. My first NFL season, I covered that Panthers team that lost like 6 of the last 7 games, and they realized that, this defense is older than we thought. It was like fresh off of Cam's MVP year too. So got ugly. 2021 got ugly down here. Last year got ugly down here. This might mirror that. This might mirror those seasons, man. But I think there's a plan in place, and that's the difference between the 26 Dolphins and all the other teams I just mentioned, is the teams I mentioned had expectations. Had almost delusions of grandeur. They thought that we are a playoff team. We're a contender. We're this, that, and the third. The Dolphins are like, we just eating our vegetables this year.
Yeah.
The steak's still marinating, but we gotta eat something.
I appreciate you being, because that's the thing about it with the Miami Dolphins right now. And I think I'm glad, as I've surveyed the many of different fans around here, and when I talk to Dolphins fans and see them in the streets and ask them how they feel about their team, everybody has realistic expectations, and that is that there are no expectations on this season, so everybody's on the same page here. We're going to get back into Dolphins talk because I know camp starts up next week, but I wanted to present you with the question of the day we've been going with here. Outside of the Miami Dolphins specifically, just in sports right now, who would you look at as the person with the brightest future? Who would you look at as somebody that you would be banking on to have a generational run in the brightest future? I went with Cam Ward. Early on Sportsmanlike, there was a bracket challenge they did where they crowned Victor Wembanyama. I felt like that was a little too easy. I feel like he's already kind of done it. But I'm all in on what Cam Ward can be in the NFL based on what he showed us in college based on his new situation out there in Tennessee and the fact that dude, when I sat down with Mario Cristobal and spoke with him about Cam Ward for the first time, he told me he plays the quarterback position like a linebacker. And that's about all I needed to know about what he was going to be bringing to the table in the NFL. Who's somebody that you look around, maybe even just the NFL, and say that guy right there is going to work out in a major way?
Interesting. Are we thinking just NFL, or is this sports worldwide?
You could go all of sports. I don't want to box you in. I know you're also a football savant, the global football that is. So you can go all world sports.
Because I was about to say, man, Lamine Yamal is still 19 years old.
Yeah.
Like 19 years old, he put up 30-plus goals and assists in La Liga for Barcelona. He's got a European championship. He's got a World Cup trophy in his cupboard right now. And if Messi and Ronaldo are any sort of precedent for him for his longevity, he's got like 20 more years to play, man.
Yeah.
So I think the possibilities are simply just endless, limitless for this kid. But in terms of just like young player, let's say NFL, he's established now, and he's a playoff caliber quarterback now. But Caleb Williams is still just entering his third year in the NFL, and I know touch older than Cam Ward, has a little bit more to work with than Cam Ward, but we're starting to see the playmaking ability that he showed at Oklahoma and USC start to manifest now in the NFL. As a rookie, it was like, hey, brother, these are not Pac-12 defenders anymore. You can't be doing all that pirouetting behind the line of scrimmage and expect good things to happen. But, I point at that playoff throw to tie the game against the Rams last year, 4th and forever.
Yeah.
Back foot, running away, Jared Verse in his face, and he puts that ball on a rope to where only Cole Kmet can get it. Like, if he's able to do that kind of stuff now in the league consistently, that boy nice.
That boy is nice. Look, there's a reason why when he made claim to the Iceman nickname, very few were refuting it until George Gervin came up and started pounding his chest. Like, the dude is actually he's reinstilled hope in Chicago and in a Bears franchise that has been hopeless at that position since I've been born. So I am I gotta admit that would be somebody. And he also was in the running when they did it on Unsportsmanlike. He was I think he was like a 5 seed in the bracket challenge they tried to do with that one. So both of those guys you named, Lamine Yamal and Caleb Williams, were in the running. Victor Wembanyama, he won it all because 7'5". Yeah. Hard to teach that. Man,
I think he could play footy too. I feel like I saw a video of him either at goalkeeper where he would be unstoppable or unscoreable, unpenetrable. But I think he actually got a nice little touch to him.
He does, maybe. I haven't seen Wembanyama. I would believe it, though, because of what, he's coming from France, probably dabbled in it, and also he has such great footwork. Did you see the Bronny James video at the, I think it was at the Fanatics Fest?
At Fanatics Fest? Yeah. I'm so glad that you brought that up. Because, yes, man, everything I see this boy do outside of basketball, he's outstanding. His golf swing is the purest swing I think I've ever seen. Bro. Man, like, bro, what you doing, bro? Let that boy let him explore other sports.
I will say that you're not right. You're not wrong about that. I do wonder if, ironically, him being LeBron James Jr. is more of a curse because it's preventing him from actually exploring his actual natural talents. Mike, he has the athleticism of the genes of LeBron James, but clearly it seems like his size, his frame, and his actual ability would be so much better on other avenues. Free that man.
Like, he's still a big dude. He's still about 6'2", 6'3", 180, 190 pounds. Like, you put that on a soccer field, that's Cristiano Ronaldo's size.
Yeah.
And he was a physical freak during his prime. Like, you're not supposed to be that big, that fast, that agile. So I think I do wonder though. Like, my dad is LeBron James. Of course, I want to play basketball.
Of course.
And I'm good at basketball. At the very least, I'm good enough to be playing college hoops and this and that. Like, I'm good enough to hold my own here. Then, I'm not exploring anything. I'm LeBron James' son.
You have to. When you're LeBron James' son, just like if you're Michael Jordan's son, you have to, play the sport that everybody's going to be. Every time somebody meets you, from when you were a toddler on through, elementary school, they're asking about what you do on the basketball court. And clearly he did enough to make it to the NBA. And LeBron stayed around with the Lakers just long enough to make sure he had that fully guaranteed contract. So he's good. He's good to go on the hardwood.
Hey, sometimes nepotism is fine.
It'll work. It'll definitely work. And LeBron,
Here's what it is. What do we want him to do? Renounce his dad? Like, no, I'm not my mother's son. Like, come on, man.
Let it ride.
Whatever.
Let it ride.
Is what it is.
You have a Miami Dolphins team in front of you here, and in 5 days you'll be there reporting at camp, and I believe in 6 days they actually start practices out there. And before they get to all of that, Jeff Hafley, John Eric Sullivan, and the new Dolphins regime made a statement. And they made a statement in the form of a signing, an extension with Jordan Brooks, 3 years, $51 million. And for you, Marcel, would they make that statement and pay a guy who led the NFL in tackles last year, who was the driving force for a defense that otherwise did not have much talent? What did that tell the rest of the locker room for Miami?
Yeah, and Theo, I think that Sully made 2 statements with 3 moves this offseason, right? So this starts with back when he first arrived and, once he got his feet under him and learned the roster, figure out their direction, he told us straight up, Devon Achane, Aaron Brewer, Jordan Brooks, those are our 3 pillars we want to build around. We are going to get those guys signed, and we are going to get them signed in that order. That's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened. And I think that the players' trust in him, especially after Achane was signed, you could see it because Brewer didn't miss practice to hold out. Jordan Brooks wasn't missing practice in the spring trying to hold out. Like, that's the business of it. You would completely understand if they did. But they said, okay, this man put his word on the line. He followed through with Devon. I'm gonna stay loyal here. I'm gonna trust it. And it all paid off. So I think that sets a precedent right there in year 1 from John Eric Sullivan. When I say I'm going to do something, brother, I am going to do it. It is going to happen. So that's critical, especially for a team that has struggled to retain its own talent. They have one of the lowest retention rates in terms of signing their homegrown players in the NFL. And I know Brewer and Brooks are not technically homegrown, but for this regime's sake, they might as well be. And then the second message is kind of ties into what I just said. The second message is, if you perform well, you do your job well, you will be rewarded for it. We have seen players in the past do their job well and were not rewarded for it. Let's look at Andrew Van Ginkel. Did his job well, was rewarded by the Minnesota Vikings. Christian Wilkins, while that did pay off, I got to give Chris Greer and the Dolphins their credit, did his job well, payday from the Raiders. Robert Hunt did his job well, payday from the Panthers. So this is not a team that has, over the past 5 years, been known for retaining their own. They're usually giving big bucks to guys who have not bled for the Miami Dolphins. So I think this is a big pivotal moment in righting the ship and correcting that, narrative, correcting that reputation. And it should be talked about. I know the wins and losses might not be very fun for Dolphins fans, but in terms of really building a culture, these 3 moves this summer and what John Eric Sullivan doing what he said he was going to do, I think it's huge moving forward for Miami.
Yeah, it sets a precedent, right? It sets a precedent in that locker room. It's one of those not just do as I say and not as I do things, but they've always, and I've heard them talk about this, specifically Jeff Hafley, that they are going to set certain standards with these players. They're going to ask these guys what your actual goals are, and then they're going to hold them to that. They're going to hold them accountable through the process, whether that be in training camp, in the preseason, or when the thing kicks off in this fall. So for them to say those things and try and say that accountability is going to be held on the players' behalf, it is good to see a front office that is showing to have some accountability itself. And I do think that the part of this that I think is getting lost in the sauce here that I want to kind of point out and outline, they invested into the spine of this team on both offense and defense. If you look at it, Brewer being a center, Brooks being the middle linebacker, right there in the middle of the second level of your defense, and then Devon Achane, where he lines up right in the middle. They're investing in the spine of this, and I've always liked that team-building strategy. It's something similar to what the Baltimore Ravens have done. If you look at it with Madubuike at D-tackle, Roquan Smith in the middle, Kyle Hamilton even as a safety and on down. There's something about that. I think the Seahawks have had a similar structure as well when teams invest into the spine of their defense, the spine of their offense, and then build out. It seems to work, and it seems to be almost counter what you typically would think. You're thinking tackles, wide receivers, and corners are the big dollar guys. The Dolphins invested into the spine. Now, is that a strategic thing you think, or is it just those are the best players and they happen to be playing those positions?
I love column A, little column B. Like, there's no doubt these are their three best players.
Yeah.
Achane, Brewer, and Brooks are their three. It's not even close, not even a debate. So, like, it just so happens that they do align straight down the middle of the field. But it also, strategically, you're building from the inside out. You want to be physical at the point of attack. You want to be physical late in the season. You want to be able to run the ball and dictate the pace and flow of games. And I mean, on the other side, you have to be able to stop the run. And we've got one of the best run-stopping linebackers in the NFL in Jordan Brooks, as evidenced by his tackle number over the past 2 years. A little bit. Some of that is because of their struggles on the line of scrimmage and him having to clean it up. But it doesn't matter. He still cleaned it up. I think it will pay dividends now moving forward. And a lot of people I saw on the internet questioned, okay, well, Brooks is great, but then why do you draft Jacob Rodriguez and Kyle Lewis? Well, you need more than one linebacker on the field. You need depth. And Kyle Lewis is more of I think he's going to end up being more of a gadget, versatile Swiss Army knife player than just a straight up inside linebacker. If for no other reason than his size. I think he's about 6 foot, 200 pounds. Like, he's not that big. He's safety size, like big safety size. Might be a little bit more than 200. I don't want to disrespect the man, but he is not, the 6'2", 245-pound, stereotypical classic inside backer, off-ball linebacker that you see in this league. So I think, it's a depth move, and linebacker specifically, I think it's their deepest and best position on this roster right now.
Yeah, Lewis, he was at Pitt, right? He's the guy, he kind of moves like a safety.
Exactly. Yeah. Good in pass coverage.
Yeah. And that's kind of, defenses built on versatility also have shown themselves to be the kind of ones that have stuck out. And again, I go back to the Super Bowl champions Seattle Seahawks that have guys like that are able to play multiple and open up things. I'm sure Jeff Hafley is chomping at the bit to get things going with that side of the ball. Let's go to the offensive side of the ball, though. Marcel Louis-Jacques joining us here, ESPN NFL reporter covering the Miami Dolphins. And there's a guy named Caleb Douglas who I'm sure a lot of Dolphins fans are unfamiliar with, rookie out of Texas Tech, third-round pick, wide receiver. Who was he working out with recently?
I mean, you're working out with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Why? Where? How? What is this about?
That's a big look. Those guys aren't just going to work out with scrubs, right? They're not just throwing a bone to some random rookie. I think they might see something in him that probably led to the Dolphins taking him earlier than a lot of draft analysts and experts believe that he should go. I don't know that Douglas reminds me necessarily of either of these players. I think just body type and build, maybe he skews a little more toward, T. Higgins than Jamar Chase. But T. Higgins I covered him in college. He was a very physical and he was big in college. So you could tell Caleb Douglas still has some filling out to do. But I love to see that level of go-getterness, so that level of motivation to go reach out to guys who have done this before at a high level, or doing it at a high level, pick their brain, see what they're doing. And that's something that now I'm paying attention to come next week, because we've discussed this before. The top three have kind of separated themselves, top three receivers on this team in Tolbert, Tutu Atwell, and Malik Washington. But nobody is really a one. Nobody has emerged as a one. There's still room and time for one of these rookies. I don't think it's going to be Chris Bell anytime soon. He's on the non-football injury list. But there's time and room and space and availability and opportunity for a guy like Caleb Douglas to earn some playing time and earn a role with a strong training camp. This is not so deep of a room that you're going to be buried as a rookie. I think that's the beauty of this situation for any rookie wide receiver. So I'm excited to see the kid now, man. Like, he was always an intriguing, blend of just height, size, length, and speed. And you always have to wonder, when somebody is, I guess, reached for, per se, like reached for until compared to the consensus board, you have to wonder, okay, what is the team seeing that everybody else isn't? And like it invites some curiosity. So the curiosity was also always there. Now you got my attention. You're working out with greats. You're working out with Pro Bowlers and all pros right now. It's something that I love to see. So I think that's a big sign. Dolphins fans should be happy to see that kind of picture and that kind of activity from the rookie.
Yeah. You gotta, especially when you're doing things like that voluntarily, you're getting extra work in, and you're bringing some of those insights to a wide receiver room that can, like you said, definitively use a guy that can fill in and step up for the number one role there. 5 days out from the start of the Miami Dolphins training camp. Marcel Louis-Jacques joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. What do these last 5 days look like for you before you really get back going? Are you trying to get as much golf in as possible before you're back on the grind?
Man, hopefully some golf, maybe a trip out on the water, get on a boat real quick. I know we got wifey and I, we're going to go see the Odyssey. So I know that's basically an all-day event tomorrow. Yeah. I think it's a 3-hour movie, but we got the 70mm screen down in Fort Lauderdale, man. So you have to use it. There's only like 14 of them in the country.
Wait,
something crazy.
Wait, so y'all aren't going to, because I know this is the thing about the Odyssey. They shot it in IMAX, and you got to be able to see the full screen to be able to get the whole picture. Y'all are going to be in one of those theaters to see it.
Oh, yeah. In the Auto Nation Theater or something like that, Museum of Science, whatever it's called. Yeah. They got one in Fort Lauderdale off of Las Olas. We actually saw Sinners on it for the second time. You know, we saw it once, just a regular theater. I thought it was great. Yeah, this is cool. Then we see it on that one. And sometimes, you know, when they go from widescreen to full screen and you just see everything, it was like, oh, my goodness, what am I looking at? This is good. So now I'm not wasting any time. Like, I want to see the Odyssey, right? I want to see it the way he intended. And I want to, I guess, get comfortable because, like I said, it's a 3-hour movie. It takes damn near as long to watch the movie as it did for Odysseus to get home.
Yeah, I would say, too, man, you saying that, that's been the talk of the office here at ESPN West Palm. The wife and I do want to see the Odyssey, but you know our situation right now. Our son turns 3 weeks tomorrow. Don't think they're gonna let us in there with him in the car seat next to it. Don't think he would make it through a 3-hour movie. So we got to kind of figure out how we're gonna work it out. I might be watching this thing on my TV screen once it gets to that level. Tough, a little tough.
Somebody say I saw somebody say, "Yeah, that's great. I'll be watching it on a 13-inch monitor on my Delta flight in 3 to 6 months."
Look, like, man. Especially 3 hours is a long, and that's not including the previews. That's a long commitment. To be at the theater. But enjoy, man. Enjoy the Odyssey. Let me know how it is. Hopefully I'm able to take part in that thing as well. See the journey of Odysseus. Marcel Louis-Jacques, man, appreciate your time. We'll tap in with you next week when they actually get things going out there in Miami Gardens.
About to say, have real things to talk about this time next week, man. Can't wait.
Can't wait. Appreciate your time again, man. We'll catch up with you again next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
That is our guy, Marcel Louis-Jacques. You can find him online at Marcel_LJ. And he brings the goods. He brings the goods every time. I knew he was going to go with the world football there, Lamine Yamal, with a player with the brightest future. And honestly, probably right on par. We're going to go to break here on the other side. We're getting closing in on the happy hour plus the Baptist Health injury report, our first camp injury out of Carolina. All of that and more on the other side. That is Colin Russo. I'm Theo Dorsey. It's a Thursday on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. The Miz came dressed like a champion and said I look like Zach Morris.
Loser in a jean jacket.
Fine, but championships aren't won by suits. Miz, you tried to shame me? Bad move, pal. This isn't over. ESPN 106.3.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
When barbecue is done right, you don't just taste it, you crave it. Head to Pig Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach and dig into slow-smoked brisket, pulled pork, fall-off-the-bone ribs, award-winning burgers, and scratch-made sides that'll have you coming back for more. Whether it's lunch, dinner, game day, or happy hour, Big Beach delivers big flavors and a laid-back South Florida vibe. Make your next stop Big Beach Barbecue in West Palm Beach, 2400 South Dixie Highway. We'll see you there.
The Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals are back in Jupiter all summer long. 6 days a week at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come enjoy the best ticket deals and membership packages in Palm Beach County, like Silver Slugger Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Kids Club Saturdays, the Frozen Iguanas, and so much more. To purchase tickets, membership packages, and find out more information on the Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals, visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Hey, y'all get some more drinks going on. I sound a whole lot better.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
23 days and counting, waiting on the decision from the King LeBron James, the man who apparently has the most power in all of sports, at least when it comes to athletes, holding off the commissioner, holding off other teams' plans for the rest of their offseason.
Which is so petty, by the way.
Haven't seen a single headline out of the NBA that's not directly related to LeBron James right now. You said it's petty?
Is it not?
It's powerful, man.
It's powerful and petty can be synonymous in certain situations.
You can't tell another man how to wield his own power. I am, if it's true.
He wasn't even saying it. He was like, I hope we get it quick so we can make the schedule.
No, if it's true, which I don't know if I fully believe.
I don't buy it.
Yeah,
I don't think I don't think he was ever announcing before the World Cup was over.
Yeah. I don't believe the reports, but if it is true that LeBron hearing Adam Silver say that convinced him to then wait a week longer.
I mean, because who's going to check it? There's no fact check. Yeah. He can just use that, and that's just a brand build.
It's ridiculous.
That's a brand builder. That's marketing.
They're slow leaking things throughout this process. The latest on that is, if you go get Kyrie or AD, I might go to you. Speaking of all the power that LeBron has, the person who is the Baptist Health Injury Report says he has no power in one of his legs. Let's take a look.
My leg! I am not angry. I am in pain. My leg!
Time now for an injury report.
My head and torso! Wow, that's crazy. They hit me everywhere except my legs!
Presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
My leg!
He's an 8-time Pro Bowler, a 10-year NFL vet. Will it be 11? Tyreek Hill, former Miami Dolphin, says he has, quote, no power in his left leg. He is recovering from that gruesome injury he suffered on, I believe it was Monday Night Football against the Jets, his final game at Hard Rock Stadium in Week 4. We were actually there for that game when Tyreek Hill went down, gave the thumbs up on the cart heading out, and there were questions throughout the press box and questions throughout that week. Did we just watch Hill's last game as a Dolphin? We do know that. But have we watched his last game as an NFL pro? He's 32 years old. He's still unsigned after the Dolphins released him. And we do know now, 10 months after the 2 surgeries he had, Tyreek Hill Still no power in his left leg. And again, step one for him, get back healthy. Step two, convince an NFL team to actually go out and take a risk on you, bring you into your locker room. That might be just as high of a hill to climb than just him getting back to health. But that is your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care Injury Report. Tyreek Hill, no power in that left leg, 10 months out from recovery from that surgery.
He just kind of screams somebody where there's a contending team that faces an injury at week 7 and they're 6-2, or they're going to be, a 7-4 team that all of a sudden loses a big-time receiver that just kind of needs a flyer. That's going to be the type of sign that he gets, right? He'll get that. He'll sign whatever minimum, 1 year, $8 million, and then he'll be able to play for them for the rest of the year. He kind of jumps into the locker room. There's not a lot of. He's going to be almost so busy that he's not going to be able to be a distraction, right?
Yeah.
Like that's my thought process of how he's likely going to play out. Because if that is true, if he can't walk yet, he's not going to get signed during training camp.
Well, the biggest issue with Tyreek Hill with this is he says no power in his left leg.
Hey, you're not going to get signed in training camp with that.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, he's 5'8", He's built on speed. If he doesn't have the speed, he really doesn't have much in the NFL. And if he doesn't get that full explosion back, like if he loses a few steps, he immediately loses the edge that he actually gives you. So teams are going to have to really consider, is he worth the potential blow-ups if we go out and take a risk on him? Because I don't want to call the man Antonio Brown. I'm not saying that he would have that kind of a reactionary type exit or impact on the locker room negatively, but kind of shows some signs of it.
And the thing about Brown is Brown had leverage because Brown was still healthy and good.
He was.
Yeah, right. You had to deal with him because you knew he was great.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill, we have no clue what that is. We have no clue what that looks like right now. So we'll see. But he's coming back. He's still expecting to come back. He says, quote, the cheetah will be back.
Will the Chiefs make a flyer on him if they ever if they have to cross that path?
Ooh. It seems like the door is open. I'm a Chiefs fan. I, obviously monitor a lot of the Chiefs media around. It seems like that door is open to bring Tyreek Hill back. If you saw like Kareem Hunt, a guy that left unceremoniously and then was welcomed back, the Chiefs are actually really good about that. And Andy Reid is the man of second chances in the NFL. So we'll see. Happy hour on the other side here. That is Colin Russo. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. We welcome in Tina with a cocktail of the day on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Irv, you watching the game?
Watching? I'm all over these live bets on the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Brother, I'm in the game. That's a quick winner. Si se puede, si se puede, si se
Live
puede.
betting on Hard Rock Bet makes any game worth celebrating.
Si se.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start live betting today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. you'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
Well. Looks like your well water can use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey, man. We're back at it in the happy hour, July the 23rd. It is a Thursday, the best day of the week, and this is Theoretically Speaking. You're watching us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. Yes, I'm in the suit jacket, no tie. It's funny because these days when I wear the suit, it is an anomaly. In my previous line of work, it would have been weird for me to show up without a suit. Oh, how things have changed, and oh, how that reminds me that when I do have to wear a suit for things like the luncheon awards that I went to this morning, I realized that these things no longer fit me the way that they used to. Welcome to the dad bod era. Kyler Russo's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Tina is in the house here on Theoretically Speaking in the happy hour. And one thing that has contributed to me having a different body between now and my TV days is cocktails. You got a cocktail of the day.
Of course I do, and you look very nice today, Theo.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Are you guys big into Shark Week?
No.
Used to? Hold on. Don't just...
What do you mean?
Sharks are great. Problem with Shark Week is they take way too much time and do the phony stuff that's not real. They'll do the Megalodons episodic series.
Yeah.
They'll do the old days. They'll show a couple Sharknado movies. It's a waste of time.
Wow.
The real nonfiction Shark Week stuff, that gets you. That's great.
What are the nonfiction Shark Week things that encapsulate?
Whenever they get people like off the coast of South Africa talking about like the Cape Town Great Whites, and they got somebody in a cage and they're cutting a commercial right before the shark comes up, that's television.
Seacat swim with the sharks.
Yes, he did.
One time. So he's a shark guy. Something
Yeah,
about
I'd like
the
to try
producer
that.
sheet here.
I'd like to try that one of these days.
So with the shark, I would never. I have enough thrills in my life just walking around living.
Yeah. No thanks.
You ain't
I'm
swimming
good.
with sharks?
Love shark
no.
movies.
The ocean scares me.
Yeah.
Love shark movies.
I like Deep Blue Sea with LL Cool J.
That's a good movie as well, with Samuel L. Jackson giving like the path of the righteous man, and then it's like, and then the shark comes out, and then it gets him.
Yeah.
Great scene.
Incredible movie.
Spoiler.
I love that movie. Oh, yeah. Why'd you do that, man? That movie
Deep
was
Blue
made
Sea,
like in
1998, I want to say.
90s, yeah, late 90s, yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It is a good movie.
Hello, Cool J's in that. I forgot.
Well.
Is he the chef?
Yeah, LL was the chef.
He's the chef with the cross?
Yeah. Yep, with the cross. He was a
wow,
Christian. He was,
that's LL Cool J.
that, yeah.
How about that? I haven't seen that movie in a while. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't like do Leonardo DiCaprio. That's LL Cool J.
It's LL Cool J, though. It's like
I've seen the movie in years.
Like LL.
It's a good movie.
I feel you.
There's some godforsaken shark movies out there. Have you ever seen Jaws 3? That's a rough one. There's a movie coming out.
I'm a Jaws guy.
Look what I started.
There's a movie coming out, like a Sharknado synonym movie, where the sharks are in the water park. And the guy starring in it was a top 63 quarterback for like Dwyer.
Oh, yeah, that's y'all were just talking about that. He was for Suncoast, the Suncoast quarterback
guy.
Yeah.
And he's starring in the movie.
You watched this movie?
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh.
I will be interviewing him for the movie.
You have to. You have to. He was a top 63 player. Speaking of top 63, today was the inaugural day of invites. I did my invite at Jupiter Christian this morning. Tina, you got invites tomorrow.
I do.
Colin, you did any invites today?
Not yet.
Top 63, our award show where we honor the top tackle seniors in high school football and the top flag football players in the area year after year after year. The list that once held the name of Lamar Jackson, Kyrie Elam, Devin Motor Singleton.
This is year 15.
Year 15. I could have used that information for my speech this morning at Jupiter Christian. I was like, more than a dozen years. Okay, year 15. I got that information now. What kind of cocktail we got today?
Well, Shark Week starts this weekend on Sunday. And that's why
A little early for this.
I got, tomorrow's Friday, and it's my O Resort and Spa cocktail.
Right. Just a second. Sorry.
So, Shark Week.
You're going to be sitting in a resort and spa on the water watching Shark Week?
I'm not watching Shark Week.
Shark Week starts on Sunday.
Starts on Sunday. So no, Colin. The cocktail of the day is called the Great White. And you've got, I'm probably not going to have this cocktail.
This would be the Great White Hope.
Coconut
Well, my wife, some of the swelling that she was dealing with during her pregnancy, one of the ways to help circumvent that is to drink coconut water. She also hates coconut.
Oh.
And she was enduring a lot of coconut water. And every now and then I'll take a sip just to be like, kind of experience what she's going through. Very strong woman she is.
Yes.
Of all the things she's gone through over the past 3 or 4 weeks, drinking coconut water on the daily, probably up there. And of all the things that we see people go through on the road with their issues in their cars, there's a one-stop shop that can get them all fixed, all handled. Tina.
The only place that I take my vehicle, Sally Sonata, St. Lucie, Battery and Tire. They've got locations in the Treasure Coast. They've got locations in Palm Beach County. My go-to one is the one on Blue Heron and Military Trail. Randall and the crew over there always take care of me, tell me what's wrong, explain it. Trust the experts over at St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Check them out at slbatterytire.com.
So, Theo, you said Great White Hope and it triggered something. I'm like, what the heck do I know that
I'm
from?
really sorry I brought up this.
Maybe no, because I was thinking, was it somebody's nickname or am I screwing this up because it was a movie? I just had to do a quick brush up because I have seen this. It was a movie, 1970, about the first black heavyweight champion in boxing, Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson, yeah.
So what they would call, because Jack Johnson won the heavyweight titles, he knocked out like Kevin Jeffries or something like that.
The dude from
1910.
England? Yeah.
Every single subsequent boxer to kind of take back the title was labeled the Great White Hope.
Yep.
And Jack Johnson kept beating him. And that was what the movie was about, 1970. Great little history lesson. You should watch that this weekend instead of, I think it was James Earl Jones.
What's the name of that movie? I didn't see that movie. I learned about him more so in
I think it's called The Great White Hope or Great White Hope.
Okay. I learned more about his story in James Roden has a book called The $40 Million Slaves. I believe that's the name of it. And he detailed, that was one of the
early
first things
days of the boxing.
Early days of boxing and how the black athlete was covered and treated even in those early times. And that story specifically was very interesting.
Well, it's the first ever, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It came out a while ago. I want to say it was James Earl Jones. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But because he had him also, I mean, I don't know who the second one.
I think they called Larry Bird that for a little while too. I'm trying to figure out
they
the last.
Did, yeah, because
it's a nickname that's died out.
Yeah, it's like a Midwestern nickname for like guys like that. But that is why I knew it. It was because of the Jack Johnson movie. Yeah. I thought it was because I forgot about that for a second. I remember I've seen the movie before.
Yeah.
There's a good history lesson.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, Colin.
That is objectively interesting.
It was interesting. Yeah.
That's a good little tidbit.
The Norton Museum of Art, I want to say it was all 6 months ago. The exhibit is gone now. You would love this exhibit too if you love boxing. They had a boxing exhibit there that was there for about a 3-month span. And as you know, my wife's a docent, so she does tours there here and there. And that was one of the more intriguing. I mean, not just the fact that the art was exquisite. All of the art is
What was it of?
It was so many different things, but they did have a Jack Johnson display.
Oh, really?
There was all of these exhibits that were tied to boxing. They do these, they do at museums. They have themed exhibits.
Mm-hmm.
So they had all of these different things. You had some Muhammad Ali stuff in there, some Joe Frazier. But they had a bunch of things tied around Jack Johnson and some Great White Hope stuff in there as well. It was really good.
It was the first. It's the first. I loved boxing. The thing is, boxing is totally fallen from grace.
Oh,
but,
it's over with these days.
It was the first event sport in American history, right? Like
it was the NFL.
It was what
the NFL
bigger
was.
than that. It was bigger than that, right? Like 1 billion people watched the Rumble in the Jungle in I think current day Zimbabwe in Zaire at the time with Ali and Foreman in '76, and Foreman was a 44-0 heavyweight champion, and Ali was sort of coming back post Vietnam because he lost his prime for 3 years. Yeah. Fascinating. Boxing's got amazing history. Joe Louis, Max Schmeling, 1939, one of the great fights ever fought.
Yeah.
Joe Louis was also a black heavyweight champion. Max Schmeling, who was a German boxer. This is 1938. Think about it. This is a year before Germany invaded Poland. And
wait. That year, okay, that was the okay.
Well, Jerry, I remember September.
All makes sense now.
September,
now you tied it in there.
September
of
39. Here's another good boxing historical moment. It's one of the great fights ever fought. They fought once. I want to say MSG, and Schmeling beat him. Then they fought again. I want to say a year later in summer 38, and it was Schmeling, who was a German guy, but the Nazi party wanted to use him as a big propaganda machine, and he was a pallbearer at Joe Louis's funeral. So they were close, but he didn't want to be a part of that, the machine, but he was. That would turn into sort of American culture versus Nazis. In 1938, Yankee Stadium, Joe Louis knocks him out in the second round.
Damn.
One of the great, most historical political events in American history.
Yeah,
fascinating.
Boxing was at the center of a lot of those.
Think about it, all the Ali fights, all the fight of the century.
Yeah.
Thriller in Manila.
I mean, you're talking to somebody who caught hands from Sugar Ray Leonard. So
right, it's another one, Sugar Ray Leonard.
I clearly know a thing or two or felt the power of what that was. But boxing is totally falling off.
Too bad. It was Mayweather-Pacquiao being a huge disappointment that really hurt because Mayweather waited to the end of his prime to fight Pacquiao.
Turned into a sideshow.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, once the influencers got involved, we were good.
Does that mean the NFL is on the precipice of dying because one of those influencers that got involved is now trying out to be a receiver?
Who's this?
You haven't seen this?
Who's this?
Who would you guess?
Who? Somebody who's boxed? Jake Paul? Jake Paul's trying out for a wide receiver for who?
I hate him.
I try not to give air to the Jake Paul machine. He has enough oxygen going on in his favor.
Who's he trying out for? What team? What lousy team is actually endorsing the idea of allowing him to come in and give him a practice?
Here's the sad thing. I don't know. I don't want to verify that it is true that this team is working him out. I don't think that's the case.
But he's making an effort.
He's making an effort. He's put it out there. He's saying that he could be a receiver. He's talking down on him. He's doing the whole boxing trash talk thing.
Everyone.
The video that I saw of him, you want to guess what what team's helmet he had on when I saw him running routes and catching? Yeah.
Well, he's a Miami guy. I think he lives in Puerto Rico, actually, for the taxes, but yeah.
I think he lives in South Florida. But again, that makes sense. So it's probably just a regional thing, and he probably bought the helmet. I'm not saying the Dolphins tried him out. Hell no, he didn't look solid. He looked like what you and I would look like out there trying to catch.
He is like 37, so right? Or 34, 33, I don't know.
Jake Paul?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
No, he's like our age. He's
young. Our age is very
outrage me.
Our age right now is a wide range.
Look, yeah, that's terrible. That's a disgrace. And he was a disgrace to boxing too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's
29. He's my age.
He benefited off of it. But clearly he has a relationship with Tom Brady right now that's festering into something weird.
What do you mean? He just slapped that was so cringy. Tom Brady slapping Logan Paul.
That was Logan.
That was Logan
I get them both conflated. And all of it.
What a fall from grace. What a great sport boxing was.
Yeah.
Event sport. We don't have that anymore. It's a shame.
Wait, speaking of boxing.
70s through 90s.
The NFL is still
prime age.
When you're saying event sport, what are you trying to say?
Like you are going somewhere for a big UFC. Conor McGregor's fighting.
Okay,
that's an event sport.
Yeah.
An event sport is not a weekly season. It's an event sport.
Yeah,
you set a date. There's no boxing season. There's a huge event. Mark the calendar. That's going to be the fight.
There's just not many sports like that to choose from.
Well, yeah.
Because would you consider the thoroughbred racing of an event sport?
That's a good point. Horse racing is an event sport.
Because boxing is, they're not predetermined. You're setting fights. It's very unique to the fighting realm. You think about UFC and stuff. You're setting fights based on the story of the season. It's not a preset schedule. The Kentucky Derby is going to happen every year.
You're not wrong.
So
all right, so I just looked this up. I was looking up when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, one of the great upsets of all time. It was 1990. I'm fairly certain. Do not take this word for it. I'm pretty sure my dad watched that with OJ in a bar.
Wait.
This is
intentionally.
This is 5 years pre-Bronco. He was a big star.
Intentionally. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it was
5 years pre-Bronco.
But that's what I'm asking. More so, did they go to a bar together, or did they end up at the same bar?
I think he ran into him, and then they hung out and watched the game together. They watched the fight together. I could be wrong. I think I'm right. 1990 New York City. I'm pretty sure it was just one of those bars.
Because what, 92 was the? No, that was 95. You're right. 95
it was during the Knicks. It was during Knicks Rockets game 6.
Yeah.
It was in June of 95. And that's when they cut over from the NBA Finals broadcast to watch OJ, freaking out on the highway.
He discontinued the Ford Bronco because of that, pretty much. They brought it back, though. I got a Bronco.
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to have to double check that. I'm pretty sure he watched that with OJ. I could be wrong.
You definitely have to find that information out. You were saying, speaking of boxing.
Speaking of boxing, we've been on a topic of movies today, all week. Colin, did you see the I Play Rocky trailer during the Odyssey?
Yeah, Theo, did you see this?
I Play Rocky, no.
It's about the making of Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have seen some of this.
So this is apparently going to be a major awards play. The kid who plays Sly looks exactly... He's a spitting image of young Sylvester Stallone.
Yes.
The accent, they talk it like he had something in your mouth. You know what I mean? That's just... It was great. It looked good.
So you're a big Rocky guy?
Hot take. I like Creed more than I like Rocky.
Okay. Tina?
I think Creed is a better movie than Rocky. I think it goes Creed, Rocky 1, Rocky 4.
It's an unfair comparison, though, because they were made in two totally different generations.
But I totally understand. I love early Coogler Ryan Coogler movies, and Creed, I think, is his best movie.
I did not watch Creed. I watched all the Rocky films though in school.
Yeah,
we didn't read the Odyssey.
Violence
we watched Rocky movies.
What class?
Did you go to school in Philly?
Yeah.
What was this about?
So I have to say Rocky because I haven't seen Creed.
Okay, I like the Creed. I like Creed movies.
I think
I was forced to watch Rocky,
but
too.
I will watch that because Rocky was a tough movie to get made. Because remember, that was Sly's breakout role. He wrote it. He didn't have money to produce it. I don't know the whole story about how he got it made, but they had to stay right on budget, right on time. And he was getting sued once it became a big hit because the reason he made Rocky, big sort of young, he's Italian in the movie, but Irish underdog going against some big, a giant champion, especially Apollo Creed, who's a black heavyweight champion at the point. The reason he wrote that movie, he never admitted this because there was a lawsuit, was based on Chuck Wepner, who was a heavyweight fighter who was one of 5 guys to knock down Muhammad Ali. And he knocked him down. He's known as the Bayonne Bleeder. And he was a middle class, balding, white Irish Boston guy who just somehow got a random tune-up fight with Ali, and he knocked him down. And Ali never gets knocked down, but Ali was tripped, and they made Rocky off of that because he just took punches. He was called the Bayonne Bleeder because he just took shots. He never went down. Oh. And that's why they did Rocky, and Rocky, never goes down. How about that?
It's like a sports encyclopedia.
That's fascinating history. There's a movie about it called Chuck with Liev Schreiber. It's actually pretty good.
I can't watch. You recommend too many movies. You have to. The amount of times he said a movie is pretty good, you've reached a certain
the criteria we need to get higher.
Everything's pretty good.
If it's great, your ears will perk up.
Yeah.
But how about that? You could watch. I don't know the year. I want to say 78, but I could be wrong. With Chuck Wepner. And he is the guy who inspired Rocky. So if anybody ever asks, hey, where did this Rocky guy come from? Chuck Wepner. Theo, has anybody asked you that?
No, nobody's ever asked me that, damn it. And nobody will.
Ever going to ask me that.
Where'd this Rocky guy come from? What's the inspiration behind this Rocky guy? Chuck Wepner, actually.
Chuck Wepner with a P.
Wepner. Knocked down Ali.
The Bayonne Bleeder.
I don't know how we've fallen off into this conversation, but what I will say is that further outlines just how culturally centered boxing was at one point in America.
It really was.
And I bet you if you told anybody back then that it just wouldn't matter anymore, they wouldldn't believe you. And that's the reason why I compared it to the
biggest
NFL.
Athletes in the world. Yes.
When they had the Peace Coalition, and there was Joe, not Joe Louis.
It was Muhammad Ali, Bill Russell, Chamberlain.
And then my guy with the Browns, Jim Brown.
Was it Kareem instead of... No, it was Bill Russell.
It was Russell. It was Russell.
Because it wasn't
Kareem.
Chamberlain, it was Russell.
Kareem was probably in.
Kareem might have been there too, because Kareem was big a civil rights activist too, and he was close with.
But he was he might have been in high school at that point though. He might have been too young.
What year was that? 70.
I thought it was the 60s.
Was it mid-60s?
Yeah, I thought it was the 60s when that happened. But again,
was MLK there?
No, not part of that.
It was past that.
Those were just
it was after MLK.
It would have been before that. No, MLK was until 68, I believe.
Yeah, he died in 68. April 68, I want to say.
I believe that was before MLK.
Okay.
But what I will say is, again, of those stars, you got an NBA star, an NFL star, a boxing star, and I think 2 NBA stars, I guess. Of those stars, the biggest one was boxing. Like Muhammad Ali was the guy. So it just tells you, today the NFL is that one thing that we think is an immovable force. And again, things can change. Things can change. Not alluding to anything, but things can change. You know what's not going to change? Tina's appointment this Friday for the O Resort and Spa.
My check-in is
I have a question before you talk about this.
Okay.
They used to have a different name, right?
It used to be O Palm Beach.
Okay. And I've noticed that it has changed.
It's O Resort and Spa.
Okay.
Palm Beach.
Just check. You are
okay.
I
It
always
used to be
almost
Palm
call
Beach.
it O Palm Beach, and I'm like, this was clearly a change intentionally. I don't want to, divert, but okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's just O Resort and Spa, Palm Beach. Now.
Perfecto.
And yes, I have a check-in tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm going to be laying by the pool. I'm going to take a walk along the beach Saturday morning. I love my beach walks. This weekend, it's going to be even better because I just get to walk out of my hotel room, out to the resort, onto the beach, take a nice walk. It's going to be amazing. Hang out by the pool. I've got dinner reservations on Saturday night at Nobu, a spa massage on Sunday. It's going to be the best weekend ever. All at O Resort and Spa, Palm Beach. Summer's coming to an end. And if you're trying to plan one last family getaway, let me just make it easy for you. O Resort and Spa, Palm Beach. And they have an incredible family retreat package that is packed with perks. The kids can spend time at the Kids and Teen Club for ages 3 to 17 while you get a chance to relax. Plus, you'll get daily breakfast for up to 5 guests at a 2 p.m. late checkout, complimentary non-motorized water sports like paddle boards, boogie boards, and snorkels, daily valet parking for 1 vehicle, and every child gets welcome amenities with arcade credit. It is an awesome vacation where there's something for everyone. Whether you're hanging out by the pool, spending the day on the beach, or just slowing down together, O makes it so easy to unplug. Check them out at O Resort and Spa and start planning your final summer vacay.
Now, Theo.
Oh, gosh.
June of 67 was the Cleveland Summit. I just looked this up.
Yeah, so it was right before.
Text your dad. We want to know if your dad was actually watching.
Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson with
that's
OJ?
what we want you to do.
We're going to have to find that out. But that was June of 67. I don't know if MLK was there, but the guys that were there, Kareem, Muhammad Ali.
Kareem was there.
Yeah, and Kareem was in college then because he was drafted in 68, I want to say. So that was 67.
Wow.
And Kareem was the best college player of all time.
Right.
Because and Kareem, by the way, went 88-2 in college.
Disgusting.
Best college player of all time.
Not counting his freshman year because it didn't count.
That's a good point. And they did not do it. They banned dunking because he was so good. But Willie Davis was there. Bill Russell was there. Carl Stokes, Sidney Williams. So it's a lot of NFL players. But it was 11 guys and 1 politician. And it was because of Vietnam. They didn't want, because this is when he was firmly not going to get drafted.
Yeah.
And because he wanted to object due to Islam. And he lost his license to box for 3 years because of it.
It was called was it the Coalition, Peace Coalition? It was something like that, right?
The one I'm thinking of is the Cleveland Summit.
The Cleveland Summit.
Yes.
You're right.
Cleveland Summit, June 4th of 1967.
Yes.
And then MLK was killed in April of 68.
Yep. Out in Memphis. I had a point that I lost.
A little history. How about that? I love this.
We should start doing daily history lessons here in the happy hour.
Well, we did that one day where it was like a fact from that day or whatever, a history fact.
Yeah,
the blue jeans were created.
The blue jeans were created. That was a fun day.
Was that Levi? It was Levi something,
Strauss.
right?
Yes.
Levi Strauss.
Yes.
Strauss or Strauss, something like that.
Yeah.
It is.
It was Levi.
Levi Strauss. The face of college football has a challenge for you. A challenge. Will you accept it? We discuss on the other side. That's Colin Russo. That is Tina Costanza. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University's championship athletic program now has 31 national championships, including the 4th straight men's lacrosse title and a red banner for the women's tennis squad. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Mansour's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Mansour's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
There's only one sport with games to bet every day the rest of the summer, and there's only one legal app to bet it. Bet baseball on Hard Rock Bet, your home to bet home runs, strikeouts, even the next at-bat. It's secure and regulated, so your money is safe. Step up to the plate with towering parlays that can turn a dollar bet into a max payout up to $2 million.
It's out of here!
Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
For over 30 years, Team IP has been the #1 souvenir merchandiser in the U.S., proudly powering over 2,800 events and 24 bowl games every year, including ESPN Events, and the Boca Raton Bowl right here in South Florida. From custom apparel to branded promo gear, Team IP brings your event to life, on-site and online. Want to boost your brand? Visit teamip.com and make Team IP your team today. Team IP. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
From talking about Jim Brown and the Cleveland Summit of 67 to a little James Brown. How about that? Serendipitous right there. Theoretically speaking, it is a Thursday, the best day of the week, and I've got confirmation from a couple of different people who tap in with the show often, that yes, a little recurring history segment might be something in the cards that the good people are enjoying there. They like the getting brushed up on the boxing history, as well as being reminded of the Cleveland Summit. So maybe that's something we'll get to work on. Maybe we'll put can we get the interns together and try to come up with some kind of programming around that?
I love history.
Nice,
I'm in. Yeah,
nice
we can set that up.
It's the one thing that the three of us are a good connecting point here.
Tina loves history.
Yeah, she loves it.
Yes.
She thrives in this space. She's all over.
What's your favorite period of history to study?
Over me.
This is an open-ended question.
Favorite period of history.
What do you like? What are you most curious about? This could be sports, could be anything, but like what 10-year period?
If I were to give a genuine answer, I don't
think
I have
World War
one
II.
favorite.
World War II might be my. I don't want to say favorite, but World War II might be
World War II
the most interesting to me.
I think the civil rights era definitely is that. I mean, the Reconstruction era as well.
Yeah,
things that tie to specifically times of transformative times in Black America.
I think the 60s is fascinating too. Think about the 60s. You had the civil rights movement. You had
crazy.
I mean, the 55 was Brown v. Board of Education, but you're talking about a lot of the segregation around the entire country, or desegregation, I should say. Post Robinson, so not really thinking about that, but you got Kennedy.
I knew you were going to go Kennedy. I was like, how long into this until you get to JFK?
Kennedy in 63.
This is your favorite
the
thing.
moon landing in 69. Keep that in mind.
I mean, are we counting that? Count that?
You're not counting that? Did that not happen?
Well, so what range so you're saying from 1960
I'm saying
to
the 60s.
1969?
I'm saying the 60s.
Okay.
That's Ali.
Yeah.
That's Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's the moon landing. That's Kennedy. Civil rights movement.
You're getting a lot in that little span.
Uh-huh. And then you also got the Celtics. You got the birth of the NBA in a lot of ways.
Yeah. What it is today.
It's a good period.
Bill Russell. Yeah, a lot of the Bill Russell stories.
That's Bill Russell. That's the early date. Remember the NFL merger happened in 65?
Oh, we get the Wilton 100-point game. Wasn't that
Wilton 60? That was March of 62.
Yeah.
And you get the merger, AFL, NFL 65.
Ooh, yeah.
So the first Super Bowl was in 66. How about that?
60s is great. 60s is an elite time period.
Well,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
A lot of change happened in 60s.
A lot of change. That's what I mean. Like the 60s were great in
fascinating,
that way.
Fascinating history.
Great, not as an enjoyable. There aren't any time periods I can go back to in America where I would enjoy myself. But
fascinating history in the 60s,
very transformative time.
especially with sports.
Very transformative time. And we are now, 80 years removed from the 60s? They say these cycles
60,
happen in
60 years.
Are you 60?
Come on.
40?
Yep.
20?
Yep, you got it.
We're like 70 years.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, right? Am I tripping?
Yes.
It's 2026. It's 2026, right? So wait, 20 plus 40. Oh, you're right. You're right. 60, 66.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
That's a good era of history.
We're going to forgive me for that. What I will say, though, here is there's a guy right now who's creating a new era in LSU, and he's doing so sans something that everybody in really modern times is practically addicted to. Take a listen to Lane Kiffin from SEC Media Days and him talking about the big revelation that he is using to fuel what Kiffin 4.0 is going to look like here in Baton Rouge as he's trying to recover his image from how he left Oxbridge, Mississippi, and move on to Death Valley, in a place in which specifically right now, he is going to be the most scrutinized person in all of college football, and he also currently is the face of college football. Well, he's going faceless. Take a listen.
Whether that's things that are subtracted along the way, toxic relationships, things that as you grow, you decide, okay, I'm going to continue to grow. And Knox one day is like, Dad, there's no way you could get off social media. And if you know me, like that's the best thing to do. My kids have learned that too. If they really want something, just say, I can't do it, and I'm going to do it. And so I'm like, well, I bet I can. And it really wasn't a plan. And so I got off of all of it. And then it was still on there, and then I said, okay, I'm going to go to another level, and I just deleted the apps. And it wasn't a long-term plan. And it was really interesting to see as I went through it, because Knox pushing me to do that, challenging me, allowed me to help other players, friends, coaches.
I hope Lane Kiffin knows what he just did in announcing that he's now off social media, which I will say I am. The person I hate the most on social media is person letting us all know that they are leaving social media and or taking a break. I don't think that we need a message for that. I don't think we need a story post or any kind of thing. Just go. We'll miss you while you're gone.
Have you ever done it before?
Never. Taking a break?
Off social media.
I have, but I've never announced it. So, like, I haven't been on Twitter since
you've been off that for
2026.
A number of months.
I left Twitter in December of 2025. I never made an announcement. I just left. And it's been a very peaceful 7 months and some change.
Have you ever taken a break off social media?
Like Twitter, I just didn't know my login when I got a new phone, and I was like, I don't really need it anymore. Like, and I have it on my computer, and I only check it for like work-related things, and that's it. But never other apps. No.
Twitter sucks. X is really trashy.
I
don't know what it's like
I think
now.
Twitter is the best one of them all.
Really?
I think
it's so full of like just a bunch of
toxic
bots.
You got to know it's toxic.
It's a bunch of bots, and it's a bunch of,
if I didn't work in media, I would really take in consideration a real month plus 2 month long break of social media. I think that'd be obviously you work in media, you can't do it, but like that log off, I only do it when I get the chance to travel. That's the only time I really log off.
Yeah.
I do think it's beneficial.
It is really good. I mean, it's just
you don't think about it. You still it's sort of like it's a wash away, and once you realize it's not in your life, you're like, wow, so many hours in the day.
I was never meant to be privy to so many random people's thoughts. That's what I kind of realized, and that was the issue with Twitter. Like, I don't need to know all of the things that people are pushing out there and all of the words. I do. The one great thing about Twitter and what it was is perfect place to be for breaking news.
Yes.
Things are going down, especially think about like NBA free agency, NFL free agency. You think about live viewing, certain sporting events, Super Bowl. You think majors in golf or tennis. Twitter is a godsend in those kind of spaces. But outside of that, absolute waste of time. So, yeah, I haven't missed it over these past 7 or 8 months. The only times I've ever used it is on my desktop for work purposes, like Tina was saying. But for Lane Kiffin, I think he also needs to be notified that now that he's announced it in front of a microphone and tripled and quadrupled down, can he ever come back?
So, wait, that was my question. Like, is there a timeline? Is this like the whole season?
He just said he quit social media. He said he's out. He said he deleted all the apps.
Well, then he said he's going to become an advocate for getting other people off it.
Right, but that means you can't go back.
I would agree.
That means you cannot go back. That's the one thing I will say. Like, he has to be just done in perpetuity. And I don't know if Lane Kiffin strikes me as the guy who would. I think he's one of those FOMO guys where eventually he's going to come back.
I like him on social.
He's great on social.
I know.
I'm all good on Lane.
Last year.
Oh, you don't like Lane?
Yeah, I don't like Lane.
What about Lane?
I like Lane Kiffin.
He screwed over Ole Miss. That's what I don't like.
Oh my
gosh, get over it, Colin.
You don't give a damn about Ole Miss.
Yeah, I do.
You do not.
What matters to you
about Ole Miss?
It's
America's team, Theo.
America's team? Name one thing about Ole Miss that makes them America's team.
They won without Kiffin.
What is he like? Is he the Soviet Union?
We got to give him a little credit. That was the most validating 2 wins. I know, and they played Miami well.
No, they almost beat Miami.
They had a lead 2 minutes ago.
They had a Hail Mary that almost connected.
That's a
like,
good point.
I was in that stadium with my heart.
They got the 30 yards down the field. And also, I mean, without Carson Beck hero drive, which we hadn't seen the whole year, Miami would be sent home.
15 plays, 75 yards.
Ole Miss, I mean, they beat Georgia. I mean, Tulane is fine, but they beat Georgia. That is a very validating playoff.
The win over Georgia was huge.
That showed me guts. I just respect them because of that. I like how they kind of rallied around that.
And that makes you America's team.
That does not make them America's team.
That makes them America's team.
They're not America's team, but they were a beloved team at that point.
Yes.
And
that was the team I was rooting for.
That's Colin's team, though. Can't really call them America. There's no way you could be America's team out of Oxford, Mississippi.
That's fine. I understand.
You know?
It's like being America's team, but the Montreal Canadiens were America's team for a little bit in the Stanley Cup postseason.
You got to stop. Okay, so can we define America's team?
Who I determine.
Who I believe Americans should be rooting for. Who was America's team in the World Cup when the Americans lost?
Norway.
They were. You're actually right about that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Norway was America's team. If you think England, please. That's as anti-American as it gets.
You can't be America's team as England.
No. Norway was America's team.
Okay. Who's America's team in the NFL right now?
Probably Buffalo. I don't think I have a say in that. I think it's Buffalo. I think that's the darling. People sort of pity them. They get a good fan base,
lovable
small
losers.
market. That's
Lovable
probably
losers.
the answer.
Yeah.
That's probably the answer.
I can see that. Oh, and guess what? ESPN West Palm.
Chicago's got a little America's team. Outside of the NFC North fandoms who can't stand Chicago, I think the Bears have a little bit of America's team in them.
Do they?
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking, but I do think outside of you don't ask a Viking fan, don't ask a Lion fan, and don't ask a Packer fan, but there's a likability to them.
I think they would have to maybe like the Lions to me have actually more America's team. Than
it's
the
actually a better answer. I'll give you that.
Just because they like the personalities in there, like the Dan Campbell of it all.
Well, it's also it's a pitied franchise.
Pity franchise. So you have to have some pity to be America's team. A little bit of pity.
I like the underdog, and I think America's rooted in being an underdog, and therefore
we're the underdogs.
We have been in the past. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore. But Theo, this country was built on being an underdog, right? You know, the colonial times. Point is,
other things too.
I understand. Point is, I just think there's something to the fact of if you want people to rally behind it, it's easy to get behind an underdog, right? It's not easy to get. People don't like the winner pickers.
People hate the top dog.
People want to see the dynasties fall. That's what they want to see. And they want to see the team that nobody gets a chance. That's why people have Cinderellas. Cinderellas are America's team. Why? They're huge underdogs. I just think it's part of American culture to get behind it.
But that's also why dynasties are so important in sports, because you need like the underdog.
You need a David, you need a Goliath.
That's why right now in the NBA, there's no clear America's team. We tried to make the Timberwolves that.
They were America's team for about 4 or 5 games.
But it's hard. Like America's team is rooted in the David versus Goliath, and if in the vast, like with no Goliath, it's hard for you to actually create quote unquote America's team. In the NFL, it's whoever's going up against the Chiefs. That's why the Bills won that moniker.
And I just think generally too, like think for example, you got to have a likability that is nationwide. Seattle didn't necessarily have that, right? No. Seattle was a team that
they don't move the needle.
Yeah, right. And it was a good team because they had Darnold, who was a little bit of a darling in the NBA and the NFL.
And they recently won a title.
And they recently won in 2013.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another example of just fine. But I sit there from a perspective of people like the underdogs. I don't think I'm wrong there. I don't think I'm wrong on that.
No, you're not wrong. People do like the underdogs. How long until the Steelers are America's team?
We got a while.
Really long time.
We got a while.
Just saying, it's been tough.
We got a while.
It's been tough.
It hasn't been that tough. Compared to the other teams, yeah.
It's been rough.
There have been worse.
2016, last playoff win.
There's worse.
I think there's like 5 or 6 worse. There's the Jets, there's the Dolphins.
And the Steelers?
In the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They won a Super Bowl.
There's been 10.
Yeah.
They're middle. They're right at 15. That's why they got rid of Tomlin.
Yeah.
They're right at 15.
Yeah. I'm overrating just how bad it's gotten. But then again, it could get worse this year. We'll have to kind of see. The Browns, the Browns are always going to win that the misery game. The Browns are always going to be well equipped to win. The Lions probably still.
And I don't think any of those teams are America's teams. There's got to be some sort of gene to likability to them.
Yeah.
And if you're just a dumpster fire, there's no America's nation to that. There's no America's team to that. If you are a small market underdog type of team, it's easy to be likable. And then the second you start winning, you're off. We're good. We're all set on you, right?
It was like the Warriors. That happened to the Warriors.
That's happened to the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors were a little bit of America's darling. They were brand new to the scene. Yep. People like that, and all of a sudden they start winning, and see ya. Now you're the big bad. That's how it works in American culture.
Well, that's cool. That's fine. My Miami Hurricanes never got a chance in that.
They will not be America's team.
I know. Just saying.
Indiana had a little bit of that, and now Indiana no longer has that. That's a good local example, recent example.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm too Miami centric in that way. But I guess you're right. Indiana would have had that, and we'll see. We'll see what they bounce back like in this upcoming college football season. What we all can agree with right now is Cignetti might be the most beloved college coach. The most accomplished right now would be Kirby Smart. The face of college football right now is, for the right and wrong reasons, Lane Kiffin. And what he does at LSU is definitely going to be under a microscope. And he's coming out roaring, leaving social media. And there's another thing he said as well. He's already campaigning for 3 lost SEC teams to make it into the playoffs. So he'll fit right in. He'll fit right in at LSU.
He's predicting his season.
It's kind of crazy to me. It's loser talk when coaches are doing that, especially in the preseason, but it's neither here nor there. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. That's winter talk. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. They're here for you. They're here for the pros on a daily. They're here for you when you call on their beckoning, and they're ready to get you back into the game because everybody deserves pro level care. No matter what your injury, your ache, your concern, learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. Find out how they can help you, how they can re-equip you to get back into your lifestyle, get back into the fold. Spin the block on your favorite things and use Baptist Health Orthopedic Care to get you there. Welcome to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. He's Colin, that's Tina, it's Theo. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help. If you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. And right now, you can try Culligan for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. Serving South Florida since 1936. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except, wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly, $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there, or 1 hour of parking, or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey, Culligan man!
Well. Looks like your well water could use a little help, and if you're dealing with hard water, funky smells, it's got to be terrible, or water that just doesn't taste right, it's time to make your well water swell water with Culligan. Their customized water treatment systems help deliver cleaner, better tasting water all throughout your home. You know who to call.
Hey, Culligan man!
And right now you can call Culligan and try them out for just $10 a month for your first 3 months. That's $10 a month for your first 3 months for better water. What a great deal.
Hey, Culligan man!
Serving South Florida since 1936, before Colin's favorite war. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man!
I really wonder what Culligan was like back then, you know?
Can you have a favorite war?
You just said it was your favorite war.
Most interesting. I had to change my
You talk about it the most.
You can have a favorite war. As long as you're like, you can have a favorite war. You can have a favorite anything. You'll be judged by it, but yeah, you can have a favorite anything.
Just saying. I don't know.
It's not some people's favorite war is the Civil War. There's aren't there like Civil War reenactments like every month?
Those are the guys.
In Pennsylvania? They have problems.
Yeah, they like role playing. It's role playing, right? Like they want to. There's a general. There's plans. There's who volunteers is the South.
Are they drawing straws?
You want to go and play the North? I'll do that. That's actually not that bad.
My thing with
you flip a coin. We're the South today. Oh no.
Here's the thing: for the people that do all of the Civil War reenactments all the time and have their fun, and I don't like to yuck anybody's yum. If that's your thing, do your thing. If/when there becomes any kind of draft here in America for us to go to actual war, guess y'all better be first in line.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Y'all better be first in line. I bet not see nary one of y'all putting in any kind of doctor's notes, excuses, because I will be at front of line giving excuses. I'll have all the doctor notes in the book. I got scoliosis. I got scoliosis. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can go fight a war with scoliosis.
Colorblind, something like that.
Colorblind, I can make myself colorblind if I need to. But yeah, they better be the ones first in line. We need y'all on the forefront. Y'all been practicing your whole life for this moment.
I've never seen one of those live in person. I've never.
I've been to Gettysburg. I don't remember if I didn't see a reenactment.
I would hope that there's not a reenactment at Gettysburg.
Well, yeah, there are. They do them all.
Do they do that all the time?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I do.
Kind of distasteful, no? That's a huge cemetery for.
The Civil War was distasteful.
I understand, but geez, reenacted. I mean, thousands of people, whatever.
Like the whole thing. That's the whole reason why having a favorite war would be an issue. I would at least presume.
Most interesting war is my new answer.
Okay, World War II. Most interesting. I guess so. I haven't studied wars enough to be, what about the Revolutionary War?
I saw Young Washington a couple weeks ago, which is about George Washington and the French and Indian War and how his rise to power. That was interesting. I mean, I could watch The Patriot. I see a lot of this is movies,
Yeah.
But the Revolutionary War is cool. It's cool. It's not covered enough because people don't realize just how outgunned and outmanned the United States were until the French got involved to aid the colonials.
Shout out the French, man.
Yeah. That was a huge help. The colonies would have lost if it wasn't for the French.
Yeah. Shout out to French. So is it okay for us to root for them in the World Cup then?
No.
Okay. All right. It's fine. It's fine. I figured I would get that answer. So we got to involve. We got to start intertwining some history lessons here. I did pull up the YouTube chat because I figured we'd have some injections here. And then I found out that I offended one of our favorite fans here of the show. So I apologize to Jason.
What'd you say?
Jason, the Bills fan, is offended at me calling them the lovable losers. But they are. And it's not,
Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Hungry? Time for a power play at Duffy Sports Grill. We're talking juicy burgers, crispy chicken tenders, stacked sandwiches, and wings tossed just the way you like them, all part of the power play lineup. Big flavor, real portions. Choose your entree, side, and drink starting at just $13.99. So whether you're watching the game or just playing MVP at lunch, make your move with the power play at Duffy's. Duffy Sports Grill. Our game is always on.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Michael Irvin, another promo just dropped on Hard Rock Bet. I got a profit boost this morning. Whoa, and a huge bonus bet just hit my account. Is the app on fire like this every week?
Only on days that end in Y. Like today, yesterday, all day, every day.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSisyes.com today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
The Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals are back in Jupiter all summer long. 6 days a week at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Come enjoy the best ticket deals and membership packages in Palm Beach County, like Silver Slugger Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Kids Club Saturdays, the Frozen Iguanas, and so much more. To purchase tickets, membership packages, and find out more information on the Jupiter Hammerheads and Palm Beach Cardinals, visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Call into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game. Rizzo
Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Collins!
It is Russo and Rizzo on the 23rd of July, 2026. Welcome on in, folks. You got Colin Russo. You have Mike Rizzo. You have Elias Bustamante helping us out behind the glass today, where we got you for the next 2 hours. Up until 6 o'clock, we're streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. It's day 3 of SEC Media Day. The Red Sox finally lost last night in the second of which their doubleheader. They won 15 in a row, tying their 1946 all-time record. And a couple trade rumors here and there. Training camp is starting. A couple teams have already gotten hit with injuries, which stinks. The Carolina Panthers already lost 2 guys getting carted off today, including Nick Scarrettson, who's one of their best defensive ends. So that's, geez. That's the worst part about the early part of training camp is the guys are not just used to it. They're not used to that, and all of a sudden, that's where you get the early season injuries.
I would agree, and it's, nothing good can happen right now out of those practices.
No doubt.
That's where I'm at. It's either injuries, obviously, like install process if you're a new head coach. Let me rephrase. If you're a new head coach, you got a lot of work to do. If you're a returning head coach, most of the guys know about the system. You had the guys from rookie minicamp. The new guys understand what's going on. But nothing good comes out of this stuff right now. Speaking of nothing good coming out of stuff, my God, did I get rocked on my way home from Inter Miami?
Well, hold on. Let's stay on Inter Miami first.
I got rocked.
Is there any welcome back to what's going on post World Cup? An own goal?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Chicago Fire, who had their first goal of the game.
I actually wanted to play my highlight. Elias. It's in Cade's folder under Inter Miami. If you want to pull up the highlight,
the own goal highlight.
So, of mine. It's in Cade's folder. It says.
Why don't you walk us through what the heck? That's so the highlight.
What happened? He got Charlie Brown. You ever watch Charlie Brown growing up when they lift the football up?
Yeah.
All right. Well, think of the football not getting lifted up, and you just whiff air. It was one of the worst howlers we'll probably see in the calendar soccer year. It was worse. And as the United States, as an MLS fan, as an Inter Miami fan, and as a diehard United States men's national team fan, I'm sick of howlers. Between Matt Freese and Rocco Rios Novo last night, now it didn't cost us the game. And give credit, young Preston Planbick was able to, figure it out in the 87th minute off of a wicked deflection. Inter Miami won 3-2. But that's probably one of the worst howlers you'll see. And to the point where there were the trolls on social media going, oh, God, just when America had some, juice with soccer.
I mean, yeah, it's just one play.
Happens.
It's just one play.
Yeah.
But it is funny. Take a listen to Mike Rizzo on the call last night versus Chicago in Inter Miami's first game back post-World Cup. Own goal. Let's take a listen.
The press is on for the Fire. Near side touchline, Moura. Now back to Frey. Oh, did a howler! No! A howler by Rios Novo! And that's going to be a goal for the Chicago Fire. Oh, no!
It was just one of those things. You were watching you watched a train, you watched a car wreck.
You didn't even know what to say immediately.
No, it was so bad. Colin, it was so bad. Colin, it was so bad and so shocking on so many levels that you don't know really how to deal with that situation. And I just went full natural. I cannot believe that happened. But Rios Novo, the goalkeeper, folks, he was the keeper that helped us Colin, he was really good in the playoffs last year, which is that's why I want to think this is a one-time thing.
That'll get you woken up back into the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and to be fair, he hasn't played. He started one game before that game. They brought on Dane St. Clair, who, listen, Dane's a good kid, but he's stunk. He didn't play at all for Canada. Colin, he was supposed to start for Canada. He never played, never sniffed the field, and he played awful for Inter Miami. So I actually agree on the Rios Novo move. I'm just going to slap it up to rust. But that was one of the, if you saw the highlight, that's one of the worst ones you'll see in a long time. Like I said, between Matt Freese, between Rios Novo, I'm all done with it. Now, did you see what happened with Inter Miami and their new player? With
Casemiro, you talked about the investigation, and they paid the discovery rights. So for those who don't know, You have discovery rights on certain players, and if this player wants to move from league to league to your league, you have the rights to at least get paid off or get first bid at getting this player.
Need to change that. It's the stupidest thing ever.
It's good for prospects. It's stupid for an established professional player.
Stupidest thing ever. Now, I think I even explained to you before, Colin. I would love a relegation system in the States. Listen, we're already putting the calendar with all the other big-time soccer leagues. You know, we have the sprint season coming up from the winter to May. Like right when the Inter-Miami season ends, it's another 14-game season, Kyle, to get us in line with the fall schedule.
Some in-betweener.
But, so you're already making strides to get on their calendar. Why not fundamentally change some of the stuff that we have here? Get rid of the playoffs. Get rid of this I have the rights to buy this player and nobody else can bid on the player. Stupidest thing ever. And let's figure out a relegation system. Let's start punishing teams for not spending money and selling all of their players and trotting out a team that's going to win 5 games.
Yeah, so
that's not and listen, I get Americans want playoffs. I understand
That's it. You hit it.
But we don't that's not you have your playoffs are it's the CONCACAF. It's the goal. It's the Champions Cup. You know what I mean? Our equivalent to Champions League is our CONCACAF competition. Our equivalent to an FA Cup and other tournaments that these teams play in is Leagues Cup. We already have these things in place. We just do the MLS with playoffs. Inter Miami had 73 points on the table. It was the most in league history. And they didn't win the damn trophy that year. It's ridiculous.
Well, you can't say it's ridiculous because you could say that about 1,000 different NFL teams and 1,000 different hockey teams.
But this is soccer. This isn't.
That's the problem. You're trying to You're trying to grow an American sports league in America by doing European ways. That doesn't necessarily hasn't stuck with American audiences. That's the problem.
The World Cup's stuck, and they've been doing that since
the tournament 30s. Style, and that was a playoffs. That was a win and in.
It's time to realize now that we've got everyone absorbed into football, world football, it's time to realize that we don't do playoffs on a league table.
Well, here's the problem.
These games matter. The regular season matters. We don't have to watch a meaningless regular season. Every single game matters.
Well, here's the problem. You're looking for a relegation promotion system in the MLS. In Europe, let's put it in England out there, in the Championship Series, whatever they call it. The one underneath the Premier League, the teams that try to move their way up and move their way down.
It's the championship.
The championship. That's the only game in town. Those fans, those local fans, are going to support that team, hell or high water, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, they might have rugby, though.
Fine. Point is, it's the only game in town in a lot of these countries. That's why they can get away with it. For example, you are a Cleveland Brown fan. The Browns stink. What do you turn to? I'm turning to the Cavs, at least. Or the Guardians are having a great year. Or the Guardians stink. At least we got the Cavs. You got so many. Browns stink. We got Ohio State. There's so many alternatives that a relegated team is going to go belly up. It's just you're not going to be able to support a team financially that is going to. And I understand that's part of the idea, but
a lot of
American audiences are going to just turn it off. They're going to turn it off.
But Reading is a club in England. They were in the Premier League a decade back. No one goes to those games right now until someone buys that. But that's what needs to happen. You need to punish these teams. That's soccer, Kyle.
But
that's soccer. That if you
it's the only game in town. You're talking about a country that has 17 alternatives for what to watch, a seasonal sports calendar. That's where I think it gets hurt the most. MLS is a year-long product, and the United States is a seasonal sports system.
I just say it would help. I think doing all this with the MLS, I think would help not only. I think. Money-wise for these leagues, we need to get more money into these leagues.
No doubt about that.
A lot more teams would spend money on players
no doubt about
to be relevant. And I also think it would help the youth system, fundamentally changing these things. The teams that get relegated, other young players are going to have opportunities to play at these clubs. I'm not trying to sit here and talk about fixing youth soccer, but I see that story. And my buddies, my world football buddies who are trying to get into the MLS, they go, Mike, that has to be the stupidest rule ever, that they have the rights on this player and nobody else can do this. I just think the more we conform with the rest of world football and these clubs, the better it is. You're right. To be honest, I really don't have an answer as far as teams going belly up, and teams not and fans not supporting the team anymore. That's why ownership is important. Look at Leicester. So Leicester City, folks, won the Premier League in 2017. They're not even in the championship anymore. They're in League One. Bad ownership, bad spending, and mismanagement. It punishes it. But you'll see Leicester probably one day back up in the Prem.
For some reason, those teams can survive. Those American teams would not survive. That's the problem. Because you've got billionaire owners who are all of a sudden going to sell their stake in the team if the team stinks. That's where you get hurt. And it's a competition thing. And there's too much competition in the United States.
Give them a reason
I'm not
to
saying the MLS is got it perfect, but I'm saying the reason that I don't think the relegation promotion system like European leagues do, and I understand, United States just operates differently with their sport. It's a playoff system. It's season long, just how they do it. And I don't know if there is a solution. But I do not think they have you want to talk about infrastructure? I don't think the league has the infrastructure to build up, ground up, club systems, this and that. You're talking about a 20-year project. And I don't know if that's something that the United States fan has the patience for.
We've already been a league for 30 years. They're already changing the season. I think this is going to, maybe not within the next 10, 15 years. I do think these are changes that they're probably going to come on over to someday. And I think as far as people not going, the team dying, give everyone a reason to go. Go spend money. Go get a big-time player. Go give people a reason to go. And that's what all these teams, I think, around the world also say. Of course we're not going to go up to the next division. We have cheap owners who aren't spending money and they're penny pinching.
And it's the only game in town. It's the only game in town.
I get it.
That's a big difference.
But I think if you build something, people will go. Not to go full... What's the movie I'm looking for?
Field of Dreams.
Not to go full field. People will come, Ray. But seriously, I think that's where you start. That's where you start to see more money come in. Teams be more serious about spending money. And I hate when I hear the MLS is a retirement league, but we're not quite far away. It's probably true. I mean, Robert Lewandowski, listen, he can't play for Barcelona anymore. Where did he go? Antoine Griezmann. Probably can't necessarily play for Atletico Madrid anymore. The only scenario where we had two players come here who are still probably in their prime were David Beckham, and he proved that going on loan to AC Milan. Remember, Beckham went to the Galaxy, and then he went back to Milan and played with Ronaldinho, and he was amazing. And then obviously we saw Messi still at peak prowess from the World Cup. You have two instances where it wasn't a retirement league, quote. I think those are steps to get it. That league not known as that, not have that stigmatism. And I think can you imagine Kylian Mbappe playing soccer in the Americas?
I mean,
it's unheard of right now.
Ways away from that.
Exactly, but I think
the World Cup helped.
I agree.
Culturally, people got a sense for the American fan, the American infrastructure. I think from a football perspective, a lot of those players who probably have never played in the United States before enjoyed that.
You're right. And you were also right when you said, Mike, the Americans loved it because there's a knockout round. I still think if you get the names, if you spend money, if you get the big-time players, they'll come. Kylian Mbappe, I think, would look at that playoff system right now at his current point in his career and go, I'm not playing in a playoff. The leagues decide. The playoffs are the other cups. That's Champions League where you go and compete with that. That's why I think the CONCACAF Gold Cup, why Inter Miami wants to win that so bad, where they crashed out, because that's the tournament. That's the Champions League on this side of the hemisphere. They won the MLS. Now the next step is to go win the equivalent of the Champions League on this side of the hemisphere. I think Americans' brains can be rewired to traditional soccer. It'll take time, but I think the sprint series, the sprint season, and all of this it's good steps and it's good steps in the right direction.
Elias Bustamante is our producer behind the glass today. Elias, your thoughts for us?
I think it's going to be very, very difficult to do that. I think yes, relegation and
difficult is in terms of applying relegation.
Applying relegation because of the money. I mean, if you put any team, let's say Columbus Crew, and they go down divisions, that club is going to go broke.
They're going to dissolve most likely.
They're going to go broke. That's what's going to happen. I mean, because remember, to have a franchise in the MLS, you have to buy it, basically. Probably like any other sports here, right?
Yep.
So it's going to be tough for them. I would love to see it. I think it's going to be very, very, very difficult. And then you can have the regular European season here with the calendar, and then just add playoffs, because you have playoffs in different leagues in Europe. Like, for example, in Belgium, you have different.
Which we love the Belgium league.
You love that one because it's a very difficult type of playoff, but you can do it, and it will take, let's say, the first 6 teams only, and then they'll just compete against them. So that's quality competition. And then if they have relegation, you have that playoffs to not go down. So I think you can adapt to the American audience. You can actually do it, but relegation, I would love to see it, but it's very, very tough because of the money that's involved in it. I mean, I don't think
American sports are expensive.
It's expensive. I mean, imagine being the owner of LAFC. You go down, what are you gonna do? Play against, I don't know, the Tampa Bay Rowdies and then just go back up? It's not gonna be that easy because you're gonna go and play against a smaller team in a small stadium. You're not gonna make as much as revenue as you wanted to, and then you can't bring big players. That's what you want. So, money comes down. What if you don't go up the next year? You keep losing money.
It's look at the teams in England that do it. Look at the teams in Spain that do it. The ones that come up are the teams that commit to their team and spend money. If they go bankrupt, they go bankrupt.
But then
guess
Mike.
what? We're gonna have the next team, whoever is in the, I think it's USL 1, whoever's competing hard in there is going to come up and have an opportunity to make some cash. That's why it's such a big deal in England. When these teams get relegated and they don't get the TV money from the Premier League and all that, so it's detrimental.
Well, if you go down, for example,
detrimental.
Just to add on that, if you go down divisions in England, for example, you get money. You get money. When you go up, you get money, depending on how you go up. But you get money regardless, going down or going up. So maybe that's
I'll tell you what, there's a big difference between the championship and the Premier League. So let's not sit here and act
I'm not
like
saying that,
it's
Mike.
not
Mike,
a
but
huge
listen to me.
deal
Mike,
when
listen
a team
to me.
like
Mike,
he's saying you get money.
You get money,
he's
Mike.
saying there's a TV contract that you'll
so
still
let's
get
say
access.
you survive.
Yeah, and it's not
Mike,
nearly what the Premier League is, and that's. But like you're missing the point.
No, I'm not missing the point, Mike. If you survive the Premier League, right? Let's say you're gonna get 60 million. You get 60 million if you survive the Premier League, right? On the 70th place. But if you go down, instead of getting 60, you get 80. Just to, you're going down. Here are 80 millions for you to rebuild the team and try to go up. That's what's gonna happen.
How does that work? Who gives you the 80
I don't
million?
think that, dude.
Who gives you the 80 million?
I don't think that's right.
It's like a, like a help you package. There you
From
go.
who?
From the league.
Oh, the league gives you
If
if you
it's
get
the money,
relegated in the Premier League, you
get money.
You get a cash bonus?
Yeah, you get money. Even if you're a mediocre team in the Premier League, you get more money than the champion in Spain, for example.
Well, that's just a one-off, though.
It's
a sayonara
yeah, but
fee.
you get money. You get money if you go down.
But it's a goodbye fee, right?
Yeah, it's good money. It's good money. It's good money for you to buy players. But it's good money. So if you, I don't know, add that incentive in the MLS, maybe teams will be like, hey, I'm getting money if I go down, and I get money if I go up. Probably that's going to help me. Why I wouldn't do it? You know what I mean?
Well, I'm following. The thing is, does that strike you as an American infrastructure? Probably
I don't
not.
think so because
Probably not.
it's a big gamble for the people, for the owners of the team.
Like if you merge the Canadian Football League and the NFL.
Yeah, remember, I mean, quick question. Sports here, big teams, NFL, baseball team, you make money from them? Like if you're an owner, you make money from that?
If you're a baseball owner, yeah, you make money from it. But
NFL
off of
team?
But you know why you make money? You don't make money in the day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
You make money off of team valuation.
Yeah, 100%.
Team just gets more valuable, and eventually you're going to sell it and make
and
a boatload of
revenue
money.
and whatever you make on the stadiums
Correct.
and whatever you sell in American.
That's it.
Got it. NBA the same, NFL the same, right?
A little different because the MLB, the NBA, and the NFL have salary caps, but yes.
Unless you're a big soccer team in Europe, you don't make money. Literally, you don't make money. Unless you're United, City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, those teams, you make money. Barely. But if you're a small team, you don't make enough money.
You make your money by developing players and selling.
Developing players, TV rights, and all that. But imagine like the cost of the operations is too high. It's high, so you don't make money enough as you want to.
But that is the only, and the one thing I keep circling back to, that's the only sport business in town. So it's either it's this way or the highway.
I mean, maybe he said Leicester City, they have a rugby team, for example, and they might have some basketball teams, for example. I don't know. So you have other options. But at the same time, that sport there is rule. That's a king there. Like NFL here, football there, and soccer is what rules over there. You have rugby, you have, I don't know, cricket, you have basketball. You might have that, but football, soccer is what rules in England, for example. So I get it. Here in Miami, Mike, you have the Heat, Dolphins, Marlins, Panthers. You have Inter Miami. So you have plenty of options to go to, The same with in Ohio, for example. In LA, for example. You have a lot of options. So it's a big competition.
But big stars aren't coming here because there's no money, and they think the current structure is Mickey Mouse. They know they're not going to be playing the best competition. They know that a playoff system in their eyes is absolute lunacy. Like, I think the more you change the league to come around to Europe, the more the big-time star will come and more money will come. And I also think we need to figure out a way to compete against the European teams. Obviously, it's no competition right now. That would be down the line. Now, those parachute payments, by the way,
that's what it's called.
They're called parachute payments.
It's a goodbye fee.
It's not, here's your $80 million. It's over 4 years. And relegation from the Premier League represents, obviously, the financial setback for these teams, often cutting annual revenue by about 2/3 and creating a need for these parachute payments. It's not like you're getting $80 million at the moment.
It's
exactly.
a stipend.
Exactly. And you're not seeing all that money right away.
It's a here's how you stay alive stipend.
And more often than not, the teams don't stay alive. The owners pocket all of that money and okay, goodbye. I'm going to do the bare minimum. We're out of the Prem. I'm going to pocket this money. We're going to do the bare minimum in this league, and maybe one of these years we'll go for it. That's what you see a lot. And the problem with Leicester, why that happened, was mismanagement. That's why, like with the Browns, or who's another bad team in the NFL?
Jets.
Okay, with the Jets, mismanagement gets punished. You get punished for that in soccer. Obviously, it's not going to happen in American football. Yep. But my pushback here, you're never going to get more money, and you're never going to get the big star if you keep it in the current format. It's my 2 cents.
Adding to that, there's a recent study that teams that go down in the Premier League, that last 3 teams that go down, usually 2 out of those 3 go up again the next year. Or maybe that's the same 3 go
they
up.
got a lot of those guys also under contract.
Some of them, they stay, plus those parachute payments, so they have an advantage over the other teams.
Think about it. Burnley, all right? First off, they got an owner who wants to spend and what? And an owner who wants to win. So they have that working in their corner. And then they have the parachute payment, the 20 million that they're going to get. So a lot of it has to do with ownership, if I'm being honest.
If you miss those 3 years to get back, that's sort of like, all right, wow, we're at the edge of the skyscraper. We're at the edge of the skyscraper. And then you fall down another story every year, subsequent year, that you will not get promoted again. That's where you get burned. And then all of a sudden you turn into a bad business and owners want out.
A lot of the time, when you see a team come up like out of nowhere, like a Coventry, all right? Coventry got a new owner who wanted to spend money and invest in the product. That's why they're up. Local teams like that, Kyle, they're begging for a big fish to buy them. They're begging for a big fish to buy them, to put money into the club, to
it's
rebuild
a vanity
the stadium.
buy for a billionaire.
Exactly, it's an investment. It's a vanity, but also think of it as an investment as well.
They got to afford it, and they just want to monopoly their way and have a fun time and create a little game mode for them.
Get Wrexham. Wrexham was, I think, in the bottom division of English football.
Ryan Reynolds having a good time.
And now they're in the championship. All it takes is one good owner who gives who gives a rat's to get you back up. And there's a lot more competition in the States. I understand that. People will come, Bray. People will come.
Well, it's a in the American culture, the owners are protected, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're an NFL owner, you're protected. If you're a bad MLB owner, you and I know, you have situations where your team valuation is going to raise, regardless if you're good or bad, and you could just ride it out and invest, or you could not ride it out and lose, and there's no way to get punished by that. That's just the nature of the game.
Look at the teams historically in the MLS that do well in attendance and have a big following. Inter Miami speaks for itself with Messi coming to the team.
It's a little bit of an outlier because of Messi.
Also, David Beckham, there was a lot of juice when he decided to be one of the chairmen of Inter Miami.
And LA's a good soccer town.
Exactly. Los Angeles, back in the day, they got Beckham. And ever since that big moment, the Galaxy have always been relevant. LAFC, they had Vela for years, one of the best players in MLS history, very fun player to go watch. If you put out a good product, people are going to go.
Seattle Sounders, Portland Timbers, for example. Those
if you prove to the fans that you give a rat's, they're going to go.
I get that, but it circles back. There's competition and owners are protected in American culture. If you buy a team, you want to spend $1 billion, there's a reason you're spending $1 billion because you're going to get protected on your way in. Right? Like if you're an NBA team, you want to spend the $5 billion to buy this team. Good. Well, there's not going to be a situation where you get relegated, lose all your money and investment because it's just, I agree. Maybe it is a better way to keep the owners accountable, but from breaking as a business, that's where I think it gets hurt.
Look at Inter Miami and Elias. I'm interested to get your thoughts on this too. Inter Miami and the way they operate like they're a European club. We're going to go get Casemiro. I don't care that we don't have rights. He's ours. We're going to make sure he's on Inter Miami. Herman Berterame, broke the MLS record to come over and be our striker this season? I think a lot of people say and listen, I'm a homer, but a lot of people say Inter Miami's bad for the MLS. It's a one-team race. All the MLS cares is money. All they care about is Inter Miami being good. I think Inter Miami doing this stuff right now of going out and getting big-time players from leagues on this side of the world and leagues on the other side of the world, I think that helps other teams in the future because I hope that one day we're going to emulate what those leagues look like. I do. Inter Miami doing their business the way they're doing their business right now, I think in totality is going to help the MLS become a big-time league, I think, in the next 20 years.
Soccer culture has improved because of the World Cup. That helps. I think Messi being presently here helps, and especially re-showing that he still has that fast step. And I think the fact that you're talking about the big sell, making money is one thing, getting fan interest is one thing, getting the player is another thing. You got to convince the player that they want to play in the United States. And that's a chicken or the egg argument because do they want to come and play for the audiences that might not be there yet, or do they want to come and play for the infrastructure or the money? And that's the thing that is sort of the difficult part because you can't pay the guy without the audience. And without the audience, why go get the player? So it's a paradox of how to fix it. I don't know what the fix is. And I think a lot of it will get better by floor raising the culture of not only the sport, but also floor raising the caliber of player. The bottom level of player needs to improve.
Now, Mbappe, by the way, all right? Kylian Mbappe, you want to guess what he makes per week? So how the football?
Yeah, I know, it's paid per week.
Do you want to guess how much he's making per week?
I don't even know statistically how I do it.
600,000 pounds a week.
Yeah,
he makes. So that's
35.
About 35, 40. I'm reading possible bonuses too from the goal. So about 40 million a year, and during the soccer year, that's what Mbappe is making in pounds too. So that's more USD. You know, I don't know what it is between the difference.
45, 50.
Okay. We can't afford that right now.
So
we need the MLS, us as I think as a league, we need to figure out how we could afford players because that's the best player in the world. And that's probably one of the highest wage you'll see outside of maybe Ronaldo in the blood money league.
And so one thing to add to that, remember, keep in mind, NBA players make more than that. There are certain NFL players who make more than that. So that is a nature of the argument of if you create the audience, if you get the TV money in there, business in the United States is bigger than everything, right? The sport is bigger elsewhere, but the business, there is no bigger sports league than the NFL. Bottom line, I think the Premier League might be like third or fourth. And like the
money-wise, it's not even close.
NFL is above the rest. I think close. NBA's too, just off of money.
Money.
That's because the United States is big business. People want to spend money. There are consumers everywhere, such as Mike. And I think that is I don't know if the MLS's next move is to try to establish something like that, because then all of a sudden we're going to be a salary capped league. Sure, hypothetically, you could pay guys more money, but you also can't buy guys and do the discovery thing. That'd be going in the other direction, but it's something that hypothetically works because all of a sudden you could dangle $35, $40 million in front of the faces of guys who will take it. You give Pulisic $25 million USD, he's going to take that.
Like even 10, he's going to take it.
Yeah, right.
Elias, that's why. Like I want to change the narrative of when Elias tells me Pulisic is going to be playing in the MLS. Colin, that's a slight. That's a major smack in the face.
Yeah.
Like you're no longer good enough, and you're going to have to go die in the MLS. I want to change that narrative, and I think we could begin. We begin by getting on the right calendar. Perfect. Now let's look into emulating more things that they do in other leagues around the world that are more successful.
You want to emulate role models? How about emulating the right role model when you're choosing an accident attorney? Because Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys is your spot in South Florida for when you get into a car accident, for when you get into, if, God forbid, you get into a truck accident. If you get into a slip and fall accident and you need accident attorney coverage, that is where Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine will step in. You know they'll fight for you because they don't even get charged unless you do. They want to make sure you get the maximum compensation that you deserve, and there's a million options here in South Florida. Drive down 95, drive down Okeechobee, drive down Military Trail. You see 6,000 options of different accident attorneys all over the billboards and advertisements, but there's only one best in South Florida. That's Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call them today, get a free consultation. That's 1-800-747-FREE, 1-800-747-3733. That's Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. 888-760-3776. That's Mike Rizzo. That's Colin Russo. We got Elias Bustamante. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Looking for the best deal in South Florida this summer? Catch the Marlins versus the Phillies, July 27th through the 29th, and score hot deals for the whole family. Enjoy 2 for $25, including 2 tickets plus 2 canned beers, or take advantage of the fan favorite deal 4 for $44, presented by Pepsi, featuring 4 tickets plus hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks. Plus, don't miss $1 kids tickets. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
You put a lot into your business. Your signage should reflect that. At Signorama West Palm, family owned and operated for over 32 years, we've been helping businesses stand out and stay top of mind. We don't just design signs, we handle the whole process, including professional installation and service. From ADA signs to reception signs and full storefronts, we turn everyday spaces into branding that gets attention. We can handle it all. Call us today at 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and the best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
You know, when Inter Miami's back rolling, getting wins after wins, when the Cleveland Browns are back at it, winning game week 1, winning perhaps week 2,
winning games. That my season's already over.
If Mike somehow wins games this year with the Cleveland Browns, I'll tell you how he'll celebrate. It'll be with Gießen 0%.
Or drowning my sorrows with my good friends at Gießen 0%. Folks, as you could tell, the 0%, zero alcohol. That's the way I enjoy my wine. I do the spritzes in a can, rosés in a can, the premium red. I mentioned I'm doing my 10K coming up in late August. 145 calories per premium red bottle. You know, that's helping me right now tremendously as I'm counting calories and trying to get ready to go to run about 6 miles in the Miami heat coming up in late August. But, you know, 5 years sober, it used just to be, you know, the soda water, the club soda, water. Now, when I go on the boat, when I'm in my cousin Mike's backyard, Uncle Mark's backyard, I got the spritzes in a can. I got the rosés in a can. Folks, if you're trying to change, change of pace, a little change of pace. If you're trying to cut back a little bit, look into Gießen 0%. They're at Publix. You can pick it up nice, fast, easy, or a ton of Publix, obviously, around here in South Florida. That's Gießen 0%. Keep an eye on my social media at Mike Rizzo 22. I'm going to be doing a Wine in 5 where I rank things 5 to 1 on my personal social media. That is Gießen 0%. See how they could change the game for you.
It's first day for a lot of these teams in terms of or last 2 days about players attending training camp. How about the Ravens who drafted Diego Pavia, who was the star Vanderbilt player last year? He's already waived. And that's somebody that's kind of got the Manziel persona.
Yeah.
See ya.
Well, remember he was popping bottles at the nightclub? What was that, Heisman Trophy weekend?
And that's right. And he
New
was talking crap about all the other Heisman guys.
Yeah,
right?
I think one of the the bottle girls have come out with the signs. Oh, Faye. I think it had something said like the real Heisman.
It was like Screw Mendoza or something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's something along those lines. So I'm not shocked by this. Are you?
No, I'm not surprised. Well, I mean, think about it. Like, where was your place? I mean, were you going to be the backup for Lamar? Like, that's not necessarily what they're looking. I actually thought he was a good player in college. I don't know.
He was.
He was a fun player to watch.
And
too.
I don't think could he get signed by Colin?
Carve out a role somewhere, maybe.
We know one thing. Playing quarterback in that league right now, you don't got to have a lot of qualifications. Let's just say that. I mean, some of these quarterbacks that we see late into the season for these godforsaken bad teams and or a team, that's dealt with injuries. How many times have we seen an injured quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
I mean, poor Joe, Joe Burrow, poor guy can't stay healthy. So, I mean, do I think Pavia could start an NFL game and be a backup to some capacity? Absolutely.
If Gardner Minshew can, he can.
And listen, as somebody who had a lot of fun himself when he was in his early 20s, I can't necessarily sit here and, bash on a young man for doing stupid things at a bar because I think we've all done that, in our lives. But it's a little different when you're an NFL player. So maybe a little maturing will do him well.
And that's not to say that they got rid of him because of that, because they did draft him or they signed him after the fact.
I mean, who's the backup there?
Is it still Huntley?
Snoop? No, it can't be him. He was with the Dolphins last year.
Yeah,
right?
but he's been back. He's been back there 5 times.
He could be a Snoop Huntley. Why not? What, Snoop Huntley is
Are you down on Snoop? It is Snoop Huntley. And you know who it is?
Re-signed him for the fourth time.
It's Joey Fagnano, the Paisan from UConn.
Remember you told me he was going to win the Heisman.
He was going to get Heisman votes.
Friend of show needs to join the show. Yeah, you thought he was going to be in New York.
No, I thought he was going to be in New York indeed. He had like 29 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
You're dead wrong.
Joey Fagnano. Yeah, he's the third string for the Ravens, and Pavio's the odd man out. So there's your answer.
No good comes out of these camps right now, dude. There's nothing good coming out of camp right now.
Who's got Hard Knocks this year?
Do you remember Seattle?
Yeah, it is Seattle.
Who gives a rat's, though? Like, who cares? Hard Knocks was like 2012.
So you're down on Hard Knocks.
Dude, I've been down on Hard Knocks for a decade.
Did you see who the quarterback NFL series, who the guys they followed this year? It was Cam Ward. It was Jaden Daniels, who was hurt all year. It was like Joe Flacco. And it was somebody else.
So his horrific week 1 where he couldn't complete he could complete a pass. It just wasn't past 20 yards. Remember that game against the Bengals that the Bengals won?
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. He
was great. Another one. Baker Mayfield, who had another terrible year. Probably one of the worst post-Browns years of his career.
Good first half of the season, bad second.
Yeah, they fell apart.
Remember, were they 7-1,
yeah, they
6-1?
Fell apart.
3 games.
Yeah.
Remember, people were asking about
and they were terrible in that
Bowles.
final game against the Panthers.
Yeah.
But that's it. Think about that. Cam Ward, oh my God, Jaden Daniels, who didn't play, Joe Flacco, was traded, and then Baker Mayfield, who dealt with injuries the whole year.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the crowd you look for. I guess, I don't know why, if you're the number 1 overall pick, why the broadcast network would sign themselves up to that. Why would you sign up for a docuseries to follow you around? Number 1 overall pick, the rite of passage is you're going to get banged around for 17 games.
Leave me alone.
Bryce Young, Joe Burrow, Lawrence, these guys get
the Titans, man.
All these guys get destroyed.
The Titans got rid of Vrabel.
Caleb Williams got destroyed. Like, these guys just get banged around. Dude, why would I want to deal with that?
Titans got rid of Vrabel, and they haven't, And then obviously Coach Callahan didn't last, 2 years?
Yeah, about.
You got, life expectancy of an NFL coach. If you stink, and listen, Coach Callahan might get another opportunity, but let's call a spade a spade. He wasn't very good at Tennessee. If you stink, it's 2 years. Unless you're, trying to think who last year. Rob Chudzinski for the
Zach
Browns
Taylor's
for 1 year.
lasted a while, too. He's been mediocre at best.
But what I'm saying is, Colin, it's got to be some kind of mismanagement, or you got to do something crazy to not get 2 years.
I agree. Yeah, and there's something to it. Well, now they got our guy Bob Saleh and
Dable.
and
I'm
Dable.
actually high on Dable.
That's actually
as a
pretty
coordinator.
solid. Pretty solid.
High on Dable.
That's
as
a good
coordinator.
coaching staff. That's a good coaching staff.
I'm not listen.
That's
not
friend
a
of
head
show.
coach.
That's friend of show.
You got to stop saying that. But listen, I'm a fan of Saleh as a defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? As a head coach.
Him and Liam Cohen twice a year?
I just remember him on that sideline with the bald head with the Jets. Like,
what the
just
bald
looking
head?
clueless. Like,
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
also the Jets.
But then I see him bald head as a defensive coordinator going, wow, I want him as my coordinator.
Yeah.
Some guys are coordinators and some guys are coaches.
Yeah, you think? This is his
I
last
think he's
chance.
a coordinator.
This is his last chance.
I think he's a coordinator, but I think it helps to have my guy Brian Dable calling plays. I think that helps, and I think him and Cam Ward are probably. Dude, hold on. God, I'm on Theo's page. Hang on. Do you know who they got a receiver too? Right?
No one's thinking about Ohio State.
Hey, now.
No one
time.
Dude,
cares.
they are tremendously overdrafted for their position need. They needed an offensive lineman. They go wide receiver and fifth overall.
They have a professional acrobat in Carnell Tate at wide receiver.
What a waste of
He's
time.
going to be really good.
I agree. They get Wan'Dale Robinson too. Who's underrated.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good receiver.
I think that offense is going to be a lot better now. Are they going to be able to protect him?
Wow.
All right,
what went wrong last year, Mike?
Kyle, listen, should they have drafted an offensive tackle? Probably, but
that's it. If you got a young quarterback, dude, just keep drafting tackles until the guy is sub 20 sacks in the year.
And then it's the best when like a team like the Tennessee Titans and the Cardinals take a position player, and then like in the 5th and 6th round, they're just hammering offensive tackles.
Guys, these guys are going to stink. These guys are going to stink.
They're just throwing stuff.
Are you
at
more
the wall,
likely to find
one of them sticks?
Are you more likely to find a great receiver and running back in the 5th round or an offensive lineman? The answer is the skill position.
Death, taxes, and a team taking a position, a skill position high
of luxury,
and then hammering 5th and 6th rounders for offensive line, hoping one
Arizona Cardinals. Look no further.
Oh God, dude.
Jeremiah Love, 3rd overall, still my least favorite pick of the draft.
We saw that list. It said the Miami Dolphins had the worst. I still think it's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And I love my guy, by the way, Marvin Harrison. Did you see him and how much weight he put on?
He looks big.
Dude, he looks like a UFC
I mean,
fighter.
they got skill position. They're like the Raiders. They got people. They got McBride. Yeah. Michael Wilson's good. They got Marvin Harrison, who's probably going to get better.
I think Kyler Murray was a detriment.
Fine, but you needed a running back?
Yeah.
You needed 3 offensive linemen.
That's why, and I understand, it's roster. Like, do the Cardinals have better players top to bottom than Arizona? Probably. But I think I'm going to call my shot, man. I think the Dolphins win more games than the Cardinals next year.
And the Dolphins are a lot easier in a division.
I can't even remember who the hell the new head coach.
Hey,
remember that guy with Gannon?
It's Mike LaFleur. Not Matt, Mike.
Is he qualified?
I don't know enough about him. I know he's a McVay guy, so who knows?
Is he like...
He's a McVay guy. So those guys are,
it's like Grant Udinsky becoming a head coach, right?
Hold on, you love Grant Udinsky.
Well, yeah, because he,
that's our guy.
I listen to me condemning the Cardinals for going what I like.
Mike, I'll tell you this.
Did LaFleur call plays? That's my question.
Well, he was on McVay's staff.
Probably not.
No.
Did Udinsky call plays in Jacksonville?
No.
But remember, he was. Dude, the smartest guy ever went in the interview process.
Yeah,
that's why I was sold on him.
And
the guy was,
Lawrence said that too.
He was Oppenheimer, looking through the guy,
Lawrence said that looking through the window to see the...
He was Oppenheimer in these interviews.
I know. That's friend of show right there too. Grant Udinsky. And he's back. That's why I think Jacksonville's actually going to be pretty good.
Kyle, can I say something? I trust our guy Cohen, Liam Cohen. What the hell did they do in the draft, dude?
Yeah.
It was one of the weirder drafts I've ever seen.
I agree.
In my life.
They overshot a lot.
Those guys are going to have to look good, I think, early in order to.
Here's the one thing I'll say to level that off. They got Hunter back, and Hunter back is they didn't see him. It's on week 6 against the Rams, and you didn't see him the rest of the year, and they went on the run after that. So to say that you're getting him back is like getting back another first rounder.
Now, where are you at with Hunter? I don't know where.
You want to talk about somebody who's put on weight? He's plus 15 pounds. I think Hunter's going to be great. I don't know if he'll be great now, but he will be a great player.
I don't think the Browns got enough for that trade. And keep in mind, I am a phony because I wanted Travis Hunter on the Browns. But
now you look at the players and you're like, all right, this is pretty good.
I think we're going to look at it. And the point I'm trying to make is I think we're going to look back and go, what the hell were the Jags thinking?
Yeah, who knows?
Right? Especially if
he needs to be great in order if the Jacksonville wins playoff games and Travis Hunter is a focal point on one or both ends of the ball, that is worth it to me. That is worth it to me.
You don't need receivers.
No, but you need a corner.
So
he will play corner, and then he will play receiver when they need him to. They got 3 great receivers. They got Parker Washington, who's a beast. They got Jacoby Myers, and they got Brian Thomas, who hopefully got that voodoo magic off of him.
And they unlocked the Georgia kid. They took number 1, Walker.
Trayvon Walker.
They unlocked
him. Who's very good.
They unlocked him.
He's a great player. He's a great player.
I mean, he was good before, but
now he's great.
Season,
he was great. He's great. Last 2 years,
wow,
he's been really good.
Dude.
Yeah. So
it's like he took.
The one thing Jacksonville did wrong that I thought they didn't do wrong, not to get too in the weeds, was Devin Lloyd was that star linebacker for them who had that 99-yard pick six against Kansas City in Monday Night Football and had a number of plays throughout the year. Who was their best defensive player. They let him walk to the Carolina Panthers for $15 million a year, which is not that much.
Mm-hmm.
But the linebacker is a very expendable position, so that's why they did that.
Yeah.
I think Jacksonville, you know why they're so valuable? Because they returned everybody in terms of coaching. They returned all their coaches, and both guys got multiple head coach interviews. Campanile was second in Arizona, and Udinsky was going to probably be the Browns coach if he didn't pull himself out.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the next Jacksonville, and I hope it could be my team this year.
Todd Monken?
With Todd Monken. Problem is we don't have a franchise quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, but there's going to be a team like the Jags that come out of nowhere. I'm just trying to pinpoint them here, but the more I look at these teams, the more I think we're going to have some awful teams again in the NFL.
Let's figure out who that worst to first will be on the other side. We'll get into that and a whole lot more. We got Steve Palazzino joining us around 5:15. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Every Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Membership is just $100, and all fans 21 and up get a ticket to every Thursday game and a drink koozie, which unlocks weekly drink specials. Learn more at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Evan Cohen here, reminding you that ESPN 106.3 is the official home for Inter Miami Soccer. Saturday, the greatest of all time is back on the radio. Hear Leo Messi and Inter Miami live from Montreal. We go north of the border at 7:30 on ESPN 106.3.
Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, and I'm here to talk about printing. Banyan Printing and Signs is ESPN West Palm's official print partner, and they are nothing short of amazing. Their quality is top-notch, their turnaround time is quick, and their team is helpful, which makes a huge difference. For over 10 years, ESPN West Palm has trusted Banyan Printing with our brand, so if you're looking for a printing partner, they are the best. You can find them online at banyanonline.com or give them a call at 561-586-6220.
The 4 o'clock hour of Russo and Rizzo is presented by Gießen 0% Wines. It's 4 o'clock somewhere, meaning it's always the perfect time for Gießen wines. Elevate your game night with Gießen's 0% Sauvignon Blanc, Rosé, Pinot Grigio, even Sparkling Brut. 0% alcohol, all the flavor, Gießen wines from New Zealand, making the 4 o'clock hour or any hour the perfect time.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Since 2006, EDS Air Conditioning has kept Palm Beach County comfortable through every summer, every storm, and every season in between. EDS Air Conditioning is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. From dial thermostats to today's smart home systems, EDS delivers reliable comfort you can count on. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, they've earned your trust. 20 years of keeping Palm Beach cool. Visit EDSIsyes.com today.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, you got Mike Rizzo, Elias Bustamante behind the glass. Streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. We're on the topic of the NFL. We haven't talked NFL in quite a bit, but worst to first, Mike, you were going through it last year.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's no one. I don't think you could sell me on anything in the AFC. It's the Raiders, it's Tennessee, it's Cleveland, and it's the Jets.
I wouldn't touch any of those.
None of those teams are winning. You think the Raiders are outperforming Mahomes and Herbert and or Bo Nix?
Yeah, it's too hard of a division.
Payton?
They might be better, but it's going to be tough. Too tough of a division.
The Titans, they got a coordinator as their head coach.
Hold on. That's our guy. But I understand. Well, Houston's also going to be. They got too good of a defense to not be good again, and Jacksonville's going to be good.
All right, keep it on the list. The Browns are starting Shedeur Sanders.
We're all good.
And/or Lotion Man.
We're all set. Who's
and
Lotion Man?
Todd Mudkin. Lotion Man. It's Watson. Lotion Man. And then the New York Jets.
I understand.
Lotion Man. And then the New York Jets.
Yep. No.
What? You tell me the Jets are winning the division?
No, we're all set,
folks. If you think one of those teams are winning the division, you could
go
do it. I'll
crazy
tell you what,
odds.
You'd probably get the Browns at plus 800, plus 1,000 with our good friends at Hard Rock Bet. This is a fun time of the year, though. Colin and I, we always tell you how much we love doing our futures. Right now, we're trying to figure out who's going worst to first. We actually do have a couple of serious ones coming up on the NFC side, so stay tuned for that. But if you're listening to us and you think one of these teams can actually do it, seriously, this is where you get your odds. This is where you're going to get those big-time paydays. That's with Hard Rock Bet. On the college side, gosh, I'll tell you what, John Summerall, Pete Golden, Lane Kiffin, these guys are making headlines at SEC Media Day. If you're bullish about any of those teams in the SEC, go take advantage. Realistically, there's probably like 4 teams that have a chance to win the SEC right now. So go take advantage of great odds with Hard Rock Bet. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms, conditions apply. If you're a friend and concerned about gambling, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE. All right, NFC's a little more interesting.
Worst to first.
Worst to first. Here are the teams that finished in last place last year. The New York Giants. Now, I told you in the break, this immediately piqued your interest.
Let's put it this. Here's how
they're not. My pushback. They're not. The Eagles are probably winning. I like the Cowboys next year. I'm always high on the Cowboys, but I like the Cowboys.
Is there a chance that all the 3 other teams in that division are not going to be great? There's a chance. There's a chance. We could see the Eagles have a down year. We saw them have sort of a down year last year. They got so much talent, but that team's sort of been shaking at the hinges a little bit. Cowboys are the Cowboys. Who knows? I like Schottenheimer, but who knows?
I'm down on that. Washington.
And Washington is too old.
I'm sorry. And what I meant to say is I'm tremendously down on Washington. If anything, I would probably bet the Cowboys with the odds to win the division. The Eagles are probably the astronomical favorite. Listen, I love Harbaugh. Harbaugh teams win. All right, let me rephrase. I sports respect John Harbaugh. Don't love Harbaugh. But you get what I'm saying. As a coach, one of the best to do it in the league. I think they win at least 9 games. That'd be my guess. I think 9 games.
They got a weird amount of talent for a bad team.
With Harbaugh as the coach, 9 games. You're winning 9 games. You're going to have a winning season.
And you have a good defense.
I don't think 9 games, though, wins that division. The Eagles are definitely going to win more than that if they can stay healthy. And I am bullish on Schottenheimer and Dak. I love Dak Prescott. I
do too.
I have a crush.
Very underrated.
I have a football crush on
He's
Dak
won a couple playoff games,
so,
but he's very underrated in the regular season.
I think Prescott's a great quarterback. Anywhere other than Dallas, he probably has some playoff success. And then the next one's a more realistic one. Now, probably one of the tougher divisions in football, but the Detroit Lions are probably the team that could do it the most out of anybody on this list.
Will be a very, very trendy overpick.
Keep in mind, the Bears have a first-place schedule. You know how much I love Chicago and my ties there. They have a first-place schedule, though. They're probably going to be flirting between 9 or 10 games. Best guess. And listen, that's not me saying Caleb's taking a step back and the Bears stink. They have a good schedule. 9-10 games can make the playoffs in the wild card. All you got to do is get into the big dance, folks. I'm down on the Packers, tremendously down on the Packers. I think they're going to finish last place in the division. And I do think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be better with Kyler Murray next year.
and I'm going through this.
He can stay healthy. Health's a big thing. Banking on him staying healthy.
Schedule of the Lions. So they get the fourth place schedules, which means they're going to play 3 last place NFC teams. So that will be the remainder of the Giants, the Saints, and then the Cardinals. On top of that, each division plays another division in the AFC and the NFC. The AFC division they're playing, the AFC East, which is probably the weakest AFC division. So they're playing. That means that they get the Jets and the Dolphins on the schedule right then. And then on top of that, they're playing the NFC South, which is the weakest NFC division, which has the Buccaneers, the Panthers, and the Falcons, who, 2 or 3 of those teams might be under 500. Yeah. So right then and there, talk about a team that has a pretty viable path if they're healthy, and I think they're talented to win 13 games quietly. That would be my pick most likely.
You covered the Packers. You worked in that state for how long? 4 years? 5 years?
4.5.
Jordan Love?
We're all set.
Is he going to stay healthy?
We're all set.
Dude, are they not the last?
I think they should get I'm down on the coach. I think they should get rid of the coach.
Are they not the last place team? Am I buying too much stock into the quarterback guru and Kevin O'Connell for having a good season with Kyler Murray? He is our guy. I'd take him. You don't need a coach, but I need a coach. You get what I'm saying? Like, J.J. McCarthy was historically and statistically one of the worst quartabacks in NFL history.
Yeah, and they still won 9 games.
Yeah, and a cheater.
That team still won 9 games, and they were still competitive. So you're not wrong.
That kid didn't know the place. That's why he stinks.
If you think Murray's going to be good, the Vikings are going to win 11 games, at least.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't think he's going to be good, they're going to be back to where they started.
Flores is still there.
I know.
He's a psycho, but he's an amazing defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's a coordinator. Yeah.
Like Saleh. Like I said, man, I see that bald head as a coordinator on the sideline. Wow. I want him on my team. As a head coach, looking clueless, looking at Aaron Rodgers.
Look how the Saints open up the year.
Dude, you cannot sell me on the Saints in that division. You cannot sell me on the Saints. I knew you were going to try to do this. I like Tampa Bay and listen, Atlanta's, what do we always say about Atlanta? Ultimate phonies. Oh, it's their year. It's their year. It's never their year. It's never their year. It's Tampa Bay or Carolina. And if Tampa Bay can't win that division, Baker's going to lose a lot of money. He needs a contract. Isn't he holding out? Wasn't he holding out? He was holding out.
Maybe.
Baker, the Bake Show was holding out.
I'm just saying.
Bake was holding out.
The Saints were great with Shuck.
Dude, stop.
There's the second year with the coach. Mike.
You're buying Shuck?
Tapes
out. Tapes out.
Tape's not out.
Tape's out.
Have a little respect.
I like the coach. What's around him? Kamara still? He took a pay cut too, I think. Yeah, that was in the news. He did take a pay cut.
I'm just saying.
What's the defense look like?
They still got Cam Jordan kicking around.
I could tell you 3 players.
They still got Cam Jordan kicking around.
Colin, I could tell you 3 players on their defense.
They still got Cam Jordan sitting around there.
Is Marshawn Lattimore, is my GOAT still there?
No. He was on Washington. But
you get what I'm saying? I couldn't name you 3 players on the D.
So here's what I'll say. I'm just saying from a perspective of they have the weird parts of the team figured out because they got a great couple of tackles, because they got Kelvin Banks, they got Tyler Shuck, they got Kamara and Etienne. They got players on offense. Jordan Tyson they drafted this year. They're going to be an offensive interesting team.
Who's the tight end and quarterback? Why am I forgetting his name?
Tyler Shuck?
No.
Taysom Hill.
They gave that guy about $70 million, right?
He's still there. I think he is.
To catch passes as a quarterback?
I don't think he might have retired. He might be done.
Is he going to be starting at quarterback at the end of the year?
You put some respect on Tyler Shuck.
This reminds me of your
Tyler Shuck.
This reminds me of your dad's Blues bet. This is fool's gold, dude.
Mike.
And for those of you that don't know, Colin's father told him to take the Blues over, and he got burned. And now he's got to pay the piper for it. And Father Rob, this screams we're just giving Father Rob money, betting on the Saints. It's definitely the worst division of football. I can't sit here and argue that.
Mike, Tyler Shuck, big-time player.
Now you're down on Bryce Young. Well, now you're not.
Mike,
now you're
somebody
out
else
on the
every
Panthers.
Year. I can't go back to the Panthers.
It's not somebody else every year.
Mike, Panthers last year was a roller coaster. Great time.
I think you're wrong there. It's not somebody else every year. I think the Buccaneers dominated that division outside of last year.
Well, remember, it was 2 years ago. It was the Falcons and the Buccaneers, and that's when Raheem Morris blew the game.
He did.
And that was 2 years ago.
I won that game on my couch. He lost that game in person because of timeouts. Colin, Tampa Bay 2024, Tampa Bay 2023, Tampa Bay 2022. Tampa Bay
But I'm
2021.
saying there's a
Tampa
sneaky-
Bay.
there's a different
All right, hang on.
sneaky team.
2020. 2020 was the last time the Saints won. It was a COVID year. Are they due? After 5 years,
Yeah.
they're finally due?
Mike, they have figured things out. Weirdly enough, it's a team that doesn't have a great defense, but they got a good coach. They got a left tackle. They got a good quarterback.
I knew
they
you
got
were
some
gonna do
talent.
this.
Keep an eye on New Orleans.
So Colin and
Keep an eye on them.
So when we get done with our post-show stuff, we walk by this fountain every single day going into to our parking garage. I'm better off taking that $20 and just throwing it into the fountain and wishing for the Browns to win the Super Bowl than putting that on them to win that division.
Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Liz Pizzamente. We'll do a little 5 and 5 next. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Marlins fans, the Fightin' Fish are on a hot streak, and now's the perfect time to tune in to Marlins TV. Don't miss the Marlins All-Star Sale and score 50% off your Marlins.tv subscription. Instead of $54.99, you can stream the rest of the season for only $27.99. Catch every big moment live, wherever you are. This limited time offer ends soon, so sign up today at Marlins.tv and score the best deal of the summer.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Whether you need batteries, tires, or services, we know you depend on your vehicle. You can depend on St. Lucie Battery and Tire with the largest inventories, expert technicians, and a best price out the door every day guaranteed. You'll drive away with confidence. Life doesn't stop, and neither should your car. St. Lucie Battery and Tire is here for you. Our experts keep your vehicle ready with batteries, tires, and service you can trust. Fast, friendly, and always reliable.
Hey, it's Steph Prince here, and in South Florida, you need an AC team that can deliver in the clutch. That's why my family trusts Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. As a mom of 3, trust me, when your AC goes down, you don't want to strike out with the wrong company. You want a team that keeps the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps the family cool. And Bob Bradley knows a thing or two about coaching a winning team. He coached his son Bobby all the way to becoming a first-round draft pick, and now he's helping his grandson Trey develop his game. And one thing's for sure, high standards run in the Bradley family. Bob brings that same major league mindset to the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning. From residential and commercial repairs to installations, maintenance, and upgrades, they step up to the plate and get the job done right the first time. And while Bob waits for Trey's call to the majors, he's still delivering major league service every single day right here in South Florida. Call Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning today at 561-793-7497 or visit bradleyair.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Hey, Irv, you watching the game?
Watching? I'm all over these live bets on the Hard Rock Bet app right now. Brother, I'm in the game. That's a quick winner. Si se puede, si se puede, si se
Live
puede.
betting on Hard Rock Bet makes any game worth celebrating.
Si se.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start live betting today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Dining out? Yikes. Couldn't be me. Except wait, it is me? Because now, for a limited time at McDonald's, I can get a classic McChicken or sausage burrito for just $1.50. You heard that correctly, $1.50 USD. That's less than the gas to get there, or 1 hour of parking, or, well, honestly, most things right now. Leave it to McDonald's to come through for me and the crew when we need it the most. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all new drinks are here. Now, at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
All into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
You hire the Saints, you make a big buck on them to win in the division. You need to put your money somewhere. I need to invest it. I got to call Flagler Credit Union. Stay on top of it.
I'll tell you what. If that money cashes, I am running to my guys, Brian, Brad, and Adam at Flagler Credit Union, and I am putting that away.
Got a lottery.
It's going to the next LA trip. I'm gonna actually, Kyle, I'm gonna book a hotel at Hermosa Beach if that hits. All right, I'm gonna have enough money for the odds. If that hits, we're staying right on the beach at Hermosa in Los Angeles. But folks, all trolling aside, Flagler Credit Union, the guys I trust with my money. I've been down here in South Florida for 2 years, and they have always been the ones I could rely on, man. If it's planning for an LA trip, I even count them. You want to know what we're budgeting out right now? We're budgeting out Christmas gifts, that godforsaken holiday. You know, that's turned into one of the, a money grab over the last 100 years in this country.
You're Mr. Consumer, except for Christmas.
Oh, it's a waste of time.
You'll buy anything unless it's for a Christmas gift. Unless it's for in the art of giving. It's for family members out of a sport of love.
It's the Lord's birthday, and it's all about some fat guy squeezing down a chimney. But regardless, guys, Flagler Credit Union, they're helping me, be the Grinch who comes in instead of stealing all the gifts, I'm going to be giving all the gifts. And I say this story all the time. 2 years ago, I needed a bank. I went with the local guys, Flagler Credit Union, a personal checking account, a savings account. And if you need to take out some cash, folks, if you need a new car, God forbid you get in an accident, the car gets totaled, you need that new part, new engine, whatever it may be, you need some cash. Think of Flagler Credit Union, because since they're a not-for-profit cooperative, they will be able to charge you less when you need to take out some cash. FlaglerCU.org. FlaglerCU.org for more information, or stop by in person, one of the 4 locations, Boca Raton, Lake Clark Shores, North Palm Beach, and West Palm Beach. They're the official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics. When you go to that stadium and you look up and you see Flagler Credit Union Stadium, think of Riz and think of our good friends at Flagler Credit Union.
Last year, week 4, Tyreek Hill got hurt. He dislocated his knee. Pretty gruesome injury. Bunch of surgeries. I believe 2 of them. It was announced today that he still can't put weight or power into that leg. And we're not nearly a year, but we're 10 months out, 9 months out. He hasn't been signed yet. So that tells you right then and there that I don't think he's going to be signed during training camp. Is that going to be a flyer signing midseason?
With all due respect to Tyreek Hill, I think the best move the Dolphins did in the offseason wasn't getting rid of Tua. I think it was getting rid of Tyreek Hill. I really do.
Do you think he'll get signed again, or do you think this is going to be sort of a medically retired event?
I think he'll be like Odell Beckham Jr. Does that make sense?
A couple flyers here and there?
I mean, teams will always have a need at some point in the season. And listen, this isn't I don't want to turn this into me being a Tyreek Hill hater. Don't take it like that. I really think Tyreek Hill was one of the more fun players to watch over the last 20 years in the league. I mean, him and Patrick Mahomes, folks, they did stuff that I really didn't see before since Randy Moss and Tom Brady in the early 2000s. I mean, honestly, the connection those two had, the dynamic plays that they had. I think a lot of it has to do with off the field stuff too, Colin. Tyreek, I know it was a huge misunderstanding. Wasn't he in handcuffs before a game? I mean, folks, There's a lot going on. I hope Tyreek's able to figure it out. I hope we see him on the field soon. But I think this will be, if he does get his act together, it'll be an Odell situation.
We got sports going on right here. Mike, I'm seeing this. The Party Animals are taking on the Indianapolis Clowns tonight at 7 p.m.
Oh, God. That godforsaken Banana League. Didn't we interview one of those guys who's Cade's buddy?
He's on Indianapolis Clowns.
Oh, Faye. What, I'm going to be twerking behind home plate? No, I'm all good, bro. I watched the Guards. Yeah. I watched the Indians earlier today. Big Rig struck out 11 in 7 innings.
Well, you can watch the Indianapolis Clowns tonight.
Are you?
On ESPN.
Let me ask you this, smart Alec. Are you watching the Indianapolis Clowns and the Savannah Bananas and the Banana Bowl?
The
Banana
I guess
Bowl.
the Party Animals?
That does my head. You know how much that does my head in. I'm a romantic with baseball, as you are, as our fathers are. That isn't baseball. That is a disgrace. My kid, God willing, I'm going to find a lovely woman and have some children.
Here we go.
They will not be going to Banana Ball. They're going to be going to Lone Depot Park and watching the Marlins.
Suffer through a godforsaken ALDS loss like the rest of us.
And they're going to be in Cleveland for the playoff loss to the Yankees, like clockwork.
And they're going to have to deal with it.
Yes.
They're going to like it.
And they're going to get they're going to be wearing their Chief Wahoo hat, or if they like the Guardian hat, whatever. No Banana Ball. You're dead. Banana Ball? No.
We'll get in Steve Politzino next. It's Russo Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
Main office, West Palm Beach. Need an extra boost? With Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union, you can earn up to $700 each year with a 7.0% annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's real money for real moments, like a family getaway or treating yourself to something special. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Big summer flavor is waiting at DQ Grill and Chill. Right now, enjoy the perfect $7 meal deal. 3-piece chicken strips, fries, medium drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. And for $2 more, you can upgrade to the new DQ Blizzard of the Month. Nestle drumstick with peanuts. Bite into choco-covered drumstick pieces, plus peanuts blended into DQ's world-famous soft serve. It's the perfect crunchy and creamy treat all in one. And it's only at DQ Grill and Chill, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Go big and save big at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Right now, choose from over 1,500 new and certified pre-owned cars and SUVs ready to drive home today. That means more selection, more savings, and more ways to get the deals you've been waiting for. Whether you're looking for a fuel-efficient commuter, a family SUV, or a sporty new ride, Greenway Kia West Palm Beach has you covered. And here's the game changer. Big inventory means big value, putting more money back in your pocket. Credit challenges? No problem. The Credit Clinic is back, and the experienced team at Greenway Kia will work with you to explore financing options that fit your lifestyle. So don't wait. Find the Kia that's perfect for you, your budget, and your driveway. Call Lonnie Mister today at 561-433-1511. That's 561-433-1511. Or hurry on to Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, where big inventory means big savings. But don't wait. These deals won't last. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Hi, I'm Wendy Sartori-Link, your Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections. The 2026 primary is on August 18th, and now is the time to make your game plan. Florida is a closed primary state, which means if you want to vote in a party's race, you need to be registered with that party at least 29 days before Election Day. Don't wait until the last minute. Check your registration and get election ready today. Visit votepalmbeach.gov to get started. That's votepalmbeach.gov. See you at the polls.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Let's have some fun here. It is Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Elias Bustamante helping us out. We're streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida. If you missed any of the show, go listen back. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. You can catch Russo and Rizzo in full commercial-free format over there. If you're a part of Palm Beach County, you definitely know some of the Hall of Famers. He's one of them, and also an Orange Bowl committee member. He is a National Championship host committee member. He is a Palm Beach Gardens Youth Athletic Association president, and he is former general manager of ESPN West Palm and current head of Good Karma Brands as president. It is Steve Politzino joining us now. Steve, how are you? What's going on?
He didn't see the Odyssey either.
Steve, you didn't see the Odyssey? Were you wasting our time? What's going on?
No, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's for me. The movie length is not a deterrent. It's more just a story. Am I into that story?
Did you see Oppenheimer when that came out 3 years ago? That was 3 hours.
No, someone JMP asked me that earlier. I know Christopher Nolan. I did not see Oppenheimer, and I've heard it was great. I've really realized.
Not a movie guy.
You're not a movie guy. Is that it?
First of all, I'm a huge movie guy. So,
no, you're not.
Once again, you guys are wrong. But it's the kind of movies. I realize that of the last 15-plus movies I've seen in the theater, almost all of them have been about these biopics about musicians. Bob Dylan, Elvis Presley, Queen, Elton John, Michael Jackson. I've seen every one of those.
Did you see the Bruce Springsteen one last October?
Bruce, I saw, yes. Bruce,
you did see that,
Bruce
theaters. Wow.
Yes, I actually watched that on a plane.
Oh,
yeah,
so you didn't watch
Bruce
it.
fan. Right. Yep. But, yeah, those are what I see, and I like rom-coms. So, like this
rom-coms and musician biopics? That's your two?
Listen, forgetting Sarah Marshall, elite.
Oh, top 5 of mine, obviously. But, this one... How about, I probably represent a decent amount of people. I'm 50. The history movies are not always my thing. Yeah. But it seems like let me put it this way. Thank God we had the World Cup. What else? And I'm a baseball fan. What else is going on?
The Odyssey went on.
The Odyssey.
You missed it, and you missed it. You missed the
boat.
You missed the boat, pun intended.
Uncle Steve, I like giving you the benefit of the doubt. You're dead wrong there. I don't think you could be movie guy and not see Odyssey and Oppenheimer in theaters.
Thoroughly agree.
I'm going to be completely honest here. Did you see Top Gun Maverick in movie?
Did you see Top Gun Maverick in theaters?
The theater?
You're going to hear a weird take from me here. I never really liked the Top Gun series.
So did you even see the second one when it encapsulated America?
Decided to skip it.
All right.
All right.
So he didn't see Top Gun Maverick in theaters. He didn't see Oppenheimer in theaters.
Right.
And
he hadn't seen the Odyssey.
And he's punting Odyssey.
And a shame on me. I didn't see Devil Wears Prada 2 in theater either, which is a bad job, and I'm going to self-report. I'm going to self-report.
I'm all good on that.
We're all good. It's a waste.
I'm all good.
And we like, yeah. I guess you're right. I mean, I used to love going to the theater. I still really love it. I just don't prioritize it. But sell me on Odyssey. I mean, why am I seeing Odyssey if I'm on the fence?
Steve, let me put it this way. That type of movie, an adaptation of just such a historical piece of literature, $250 million budget, A-listers everywhere, and probably the greatest filmmaker of this generation making it, that type of movie will come out once in your life.
Yep.
And you are opting to punt it because you'll wait to see it on a plane.
And he gets to see the trailer to Dune 3.
And you get to see the trailer to Dune 3, which is going to be one of the great movies in the history of movies.
Well, I would have to go back and watch Dune 1 and Dune 2. I don't like weird movies. I don't like sci-fi. I don't like scary things. I don't like knowing about what's possibly going on in other worlds. That's why I like biopics, rom-coms, closest thing to reality, closest thing to the real world for me. I just feel safe and comfortable. Maybe it means I'm not short-sighted. Maybe it means, I don't have a big brain. But that's my comfort zone.
But I'm surprised you like the historical musical biopics, but the historical films you're not into.
Well, historical musical biopics are things that happen. The oldest one of this last rash of them was like started with Elvis's life in the 40s. I don't even know, when was Odyssey? BC, AC, I'm really like, when was that?
It was written 2,000 years ago, yes.
Before Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that goes way back.
What about Oppenheimer? That was 1945.
Yeah, that one's a bad job. I probably should see it. Do I want to see that one at home, or is it too late?
Do you want to see it in theaters? What's your alternative? I don't understand.
About 3 years behind the
Hey, Steve, a little late to the party. Jeez.
Odyssey. Do you have to see Odyssey on an IMAX? Is that like a requirement?
IMAX 70-incher. I don't make the rules.
I think I think IMAX. You don't have one far from you. I think it's a good idea to have Odyssey in the IMAX. That's my personal opinion. And Steve, your sons would get into it. Your sons can both see it.
What's it rated?
R.
I have a 13-year-old.
You got to be there with them, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that the rule?
I think the rule is they can watch it at home if you're okay with it. I don't think you can bring a 13-year-old into a 17.
Is that the rules?
I don't know. I snuck into our movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was a degenerate.
Steve, check in on that. Just bring him to the theater and see if they let him in.
What do you guys remember the first rated R movie you ever saw?
I remember the first rated R movie I got kicked out of a number of times, straight out of Compton, 2015. I was 13. And I got in there because I bought tickets to Minions. They kicked me out 3 times. I still finished the movie. How's that?
Mine was some stupid.
That's troubling. How about you?
Some godforsaken horror movie that me and Christina Homer snuck into and made out in.
All right. You don't need to air a whole thing.
Hey, listen, he asked for the whole thing. I didn't watch a second of the movie.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks for that play-by-play. Mine was Flashdance.
All right. I haven't seen Flashdance. That's geez, Steve. Steve, I think if you're there with him, I think you could. I don't know. I'm not trying to encourage something that's against the law. Oh my God! But somebody's gonna have to check. I'm pretty sure you could bring your 13-year-old to go see a movie. I'm pretty sure. And there's no age restriction when you're an adult. That is confirmed. Steve, I'll see you at the movies.
All right, let's go. Maybe we should all make it.
No. I wasn't in invitation. I'm saying you let me know. You bring your sons.
Was Odyssey good enough for you guys to see again?
Steve, I've already seen it
Colin's
twice.
Seen it 3 times. Yeah,
I'd go see it a third time.
Steve, it was incredible. I'm not gonna. And granted, I've read the Iliad, I've read the Odyssey, I've read these books. I love Greek mythology.
Even if you don't even like the story, you're just gonna be impressed.
I don't even remotely like Greek mythology. In fact, my son was doing a project on that, and it's like Aphrodite, and I'm like,
the
who
goddess
came up with these lies?
Well, you can't call it out on being real. I mean, I guess
it is so far-fetched.
Steve, both your sons would like the movie. Ask both your sons if you're interested. Steve, Friday comes up tomorrow. Incest. Boys, how about we go see the Odyssey?
Yep.
Then what?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll watch like Banana Ball on ESPN.
Oh God, what a waste of time. Steve, you must have been listening to this show last segment. You trying to get me wound up? You turning my screw on the back?
Indianapolis Clowns?
Oh, Steve, we're baseball fans. Uncle Steve, you're better than that. Yeah. You're a Yankee fan. And as a Yankee fan, you have an obligation. Yankee fans need to hold themselves to a higher standard with the amount of wins you have, World Series. You can't be watching Banana Ball as a Yankee fan, dude. That's a bad look. It's a tough scene.
Well, I was saying over Odyssey, but no, of course I'm watching the Yankees, and the Yankees are sneaky 7-3 in their last 10 right now. We got Fried back. Stanton is taking at bats. You just got to hang on until Judge. The funniest thing is that last night, the Red Sox, after their 15-game win streak, which was taking baseball by storm, they're only 3 games over 500. I know baseball's like kind of in a weird spot now. No one knows if they should buy or sell because you can't say to your fans we're completely bailing on the season when everyone and their brother is like within 3 games of the wild card.
Yeah.
Really weird scenario that baseball, finds itself in. But I guess ideal if you're all but, a couple of teams, the Royals and a few others, that you get one little streak. You get one 6-7 game streak. You're in the mix of the wild card.
You can't justify being a selling team unless you're really far underneath that 500 line. You can't justify it to your fans.
No, it's a hard sell. And then you also remember you're not going to have baseball probably for a while in the off season. So what do you do? What do you do right now? Are you going for it? Do you want the good vibe?
That's why I think
better to
Milwaukee should go get Skubal. Go for it. Because you know what? Everything's going to blow up in terms of the salary cap structure after this offseason. Go get Skubal, trade a couple prospects, have some fun, and go for it all. That's what I would say.
Oh, but the Tigers, how can you do that to your fans? You're the Tigers, and you're in the playoff mix.
I'll tell you how they stink.
They're
They're
They
not in the
We're
playoff
good.
mix.
What are they, 6 games back?
They
God.
stink.
We're good.
AJ Hinch, that cheater.
All right.
Karma's finally catching up to that crook.
All right. Jeez.
Wow.
Steve, SEC pulls out of the NCAA. Would you be surprised?
I don't think they go that far. I think they're looking for a way, and they're begging the Big Ten to just come on with them, and the Big Ten won't go to those lengths. Big Ten lets the SEC do all the dirty work, and the SEC takes, the brunt of it.
Don't necessarily
it
disagree
seems like
with
they're
that.
willing to just, put their toe in the deep end, but don't want to go, that far. Their hand might be forced if Congress continues to stay involved. And the tipping point to me, for the SEC, is just got to be if they can get one conference to say it's not us, it's not just us, it's the haves and the have-nots. It's just not us. It's the have and the have-nots. And I think the only way they can go to that next level is if they have the Big Ten with them.
Yeah, Steve, you hit the nail on that. I told Colin that yesterday. The only way the SEC is able to do this if the Big Ten rallies around them. Look at the TV contracts. No one's writing home about the ACC contract. No one's writing home. The ones, and the big reason that this is happening, they're trying to redistribute the money from the contracts. And the Big Ten has the biggest contract. And I think this is the SEC trying to flex their guns a bit. They haven't won a championship in 3 years.
Super arrogant.
They're really trying to put it out there that they're still the best conference. No one's buying that garbage anymore. They will need the Big Ten in order to make this move. I agree 110%. Because I think Colin and I, we looked at that sports, what the hell is it called? The sports.
Save College Sports Act?
There you go. We looked at that. Everything else sounds great. The one transfer rule, the 5 years, the reporting of $600 or more in NIL, the NCAA establishing a hard cap with the trust rules and stuff. All of it sounds great. The only thing that they're upset about are the TV contracts and the redistribution of money of that.
Yeah, of course, because they're saying, fine, but you don't get this money without us. And that's the same. Don't you think this is the same issue that happens in Major League sports, too? This is the same thing that happens in the professional leagues where certain teams, like in baseball, the Yankees, the Dodgers, are the ones that are carrying a lot on behalf of everybody else. The difference is they are by bylaws, are all in it together. In college, it's conference commissioners and presidents.
I like the correlation, Steve, but the Dodgers aren't redistributing their deal with Spectrum. The Yankees aren't they're keeping that money. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think this is such a big deal. The Big Ten and the SEC aren't going to be able to keep that money anymore. But I like the reference.
They're keeping that money, but they're taxed on that money.
Fair enough.
Basically, they're taxed on what they could do from a payroll standpoint, which is a result of getting those hundreds of millions of dollars of local contracts.
But it's better.
Those teams also want a salary cap, too. They're all in lockstep, but the owners at least.
My pushback, Uncle Steve, I'm going to keep it here in Miami. The Marlins getting zilch for their TV deal. The Dodgers probably getting what?
I don't know the numbers.
I mean,
it's over 8 figures.
The hell are the Yankees getting from Yes Network?
I would say 8 figures.
That's what I mean. That's nothing. The other teams are getting absolutely nothing, while these big ones are getting absolutely everything, and they don't have to redistribute.
Yeah.
Steve, what's going on?
I'm with you.
Go ahead, Steve. What you guys are in mind?
No, but I agree.
He was going to tell you. He was going to tell you he's punting banana ball tonight, and he's going to go see the Odyssey.
Hey, you don't need to see it tonight. You can go see it tomorrow.
3 hours.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like that complaint. There's nothing going on.
I will give Steve credit
here. No, you're right. I said I have no problem with a super long movie. That Elvis movie, I think that Elvis movie is still going on.
That Elvis movie was way too long, too. That was a movie that didn't deserve to be 3 hours.
To give Uncle Steve some credit, busy man. I mean, he's got 3 secretaries. So, Steve can't go to the movie theater. He's in a meeting every hour of every day, and he's never home. Steve, are you in Palm Beach County?
Yes, I am. Riz, I think you really belong in a different era. I don't even know if the word secretary is allowed to be used anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Much less the fact that I don't have one.
Uncle Steve, I'm so sorry. But, what do we... I'm so bad with titles in the company. No, I'm all good, dude. I'm all good, bro. I'm all good, Steve.
Yeah,
I was trying to give you some credit, Steve. I was trying to give you some credit. You're a busy man. You don't have time for a movie.
We saw Steve today. He could definitely go. He has time to go.
Well, yeah, Steve was wheeling and dealing. He was working.
I was at the station today. I don't know where Riz was. Colin was doing his usual.
Uncle Steve, give me credit.
I didn't
get off the 95 to about 1:30 in the morning post-Inter Miami last night. Give me a little credit.
Okay. Good job. Got the new app.
Yeah.
Inter Miami app.
On the Inter Miami app.
And I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping to really keep the soccer fan around post World Cup. So
Steve,
well, I think you got a great shot, and I did see a great stat. I think it was 241 more minutes players who are currently in the MLS played in this World Cup over the 22 World Cup.
Yep.
Showing that the MLS is getting more international talent in the MLS.
There you go. And also more teams. Steve, what's going on with Duffy's?
Oh, Duffy's. Glad you asked. I am really glad
I'll tell you what, my favorite always, folks, it's the buffalo chicken sandwich, but ask for that honey garlic instead of the buffalo sauce. That's a Riz go-to. A little onion, a little lettuce, a little ranch dressing, and some fresh fries. You'll thank me later, Uncle Steve. Am I right here, partner?
Yeah, you're right. You know what? I think you covered it. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Steve, appreciate it. We'll talk soon, all right? Go see the Odyssey.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Uncle Steve.
Steve Politzino, the Good Car and Brands President, Palm Beach Sports Commission Hall of Famer. We'll do a little 5 and 5 next. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante, Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Summer is officially here. The sun's out, the grill's going, the weekends feel a little longer. And with Gießen 0%, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of premium wine without the alcohol. Bright citrus, tropical notes, clean, refreshing flavor, made for warm nights and good company. From poolside afternoons to sunset dinners, Gießen fits the pace of your summer, keeping you sharp, social, and fully in the moment. Gießen 0%, real wine for real life. The moment is now.
At HSS, movement is their specialty. Their team of experts provide personalized treatment options backed by over 160 years of orthopedic expertise. Whether you need advanced non-surgical solutions, surgical care, or comprehensive rehabilitation, HSS Florida delivers the exceptional quality care you expect from HSS, the nation's #1 in orthopedics. With 3 locations in West Palm Beach, Wellington, and now Jupiter, expert care has never been closer to home. Choose better, move better. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $879 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 1063, South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
It's a Thursday edition, 23rd of July, 2026. A beautiful South Florida afternoon. You know what? I'll do this. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. It has been a little dry, Mike.
Dude, don't say that because it's going to rain when we leave, and then I'm going to have to run and have 1,000
It rained a little bit today.
Tonight.
We had that crazy storm about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I noticed this last year too. I made note of it. July's weather is a lot less wet in South Florida. August is where it dumps on you every afternoon.
Also, there is,
it's hurricane season.
Hurricane season in September and October. November,
it is
right?
hurricane season now, technically, but yes, you won't see that until August through October for the most part. But I do notice that July tends to be a little bit more dry, a little bit more sunny hot comparatively to August, where it's humid hot and it's a lot more dumping rain at 4 o'clock every single day.
Well, dude, what was it when we looked at each other in this studio? Like, dude, does it rain at 5 o'clock every single day?
August.
Here?
That'll be August.
So in a month, I'm going to look at you and go, wow, it's
pack an umbrella to
day.
work. And speaking of, we're just going to do the 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union.
Yep.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking Big Ten.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU athletics. Number 1.
All right, well, we're starting with a little college football today. 5 at 5, presented by Flagler Credit Union. Get your personal checking account. Get your savings account with Flagler Credit Union. SEC Media Day, Kyle. Arch Manning at SEC Media Day with head coach Steve Sarkisian. His last 10 games, Arch Manning threw for 20 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Now, we all saw the jokes last year when Arch played against Ohio State. It was a tough place to play. But a lot of people said he had to give his preseason Heisman back. Colin, is Arch Manning, I'm going to take this a step further. Is Arch Manning going to be a good pro? Now, let's disregard this season. He will be a professional player. On name alone, he is going to, if you like it or not, on name alone, Arch Manning is going to be a professional. Is he going to be a good NFL quarterback?
I think he will be, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to respond to that with a quote from Steve Sarkisian today. Quote, "If we beat Ohio State last year, we're surely in a much better place for the playoffs. If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High and we're 10-2 and our losses are to Georgia and Florida, we're a playoff team."
God, is he bitter or what? My God, Steve. Get over it. You lost to Florida at Florida with Billy Napier as the coach. Nobody feels bad for you. Colin, it sounds like they lost to Florida. Yeah. At Florida.
Not
with
good.
Napier having a mess of a time.
Hey, listen.
Nobody feels bad for you,
Don't
Steve.
be anti-schedule. Hey,
Yes.
They've been trying to bicker to us all these last 3 days about how 9-3 SEC teams should get in. 9-3 SEC teams should get in. It's dependent on the year, pal. Depending on the year. Who'd you want to cut out? I mean, geez.
I'm scared. Trust me. I know Sark and the boys are going to be ready for the Buckeyes week 2 this year. I get that. But, those are the matchups we want to see in college football. I know it's not about me.
No one's thinking about Ohio State.
But
Colin,
after they play Texas, the Buckeyes turn around and do a home and away with Alabama. All right? Those are the games we want to see.
You got to understand the fan at some point. You got to understand the fan at some point.
I know you love him. But that's why that Cignetti is a phony. Cignetti, he's going to schedule, Old Dominion. He's going to schedule all of his old teams and not play anybody the first couple of weeks. It's just run through the Big Ten.
And a lot of coaches do that.
I understand it. Trust me.
And a lot of coaches do that.
I trust me. I understand it. But Sark, stop crying over spilled milk already. My God, this happened almost a year ago.
Do you have an argument? Maybe. But don't lose games you're supposed to win.
Remember, he showed up to the postseason, or rather the last press conference before the playoff committee decided. And he came there, talking Moneyball, Poindexter, Egghead. Spare us why your record against top tier. You lost 3 games, bro, and you lost to Florida in the swamp. Sorry, dude. You're out.
Don't lose games you're supposed to win.
Out.
I agree. You're out. Listen, you had a decent year, but you disappointed for the most part.
And they have talent. It does
They have more talent than probably Everybody but 3 or 4 teams.
Does my head in when people tell me my coach is a fraud. Look at what Sark and Dan Lanning are getting away with. Leave my coach alone.
Number 2.
All right, Lane Kiffin. All right,
another friend of
about,
show.
Friend of show. Got to join the show to be friend of show. But Lane Kiffin, Kyle, your guy. Your guy.
Not my guy.
God, is he making news at SEC Media Day? How about this? Pete Golden, head coach of Ole Miss, his former coordinator, talked about Lane Kiffin. John Summerall talked about Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Lane Kiffin at SEC Media Day. Do you want to know something? I'm going to answer my own question. I'm going to answer my question with my answer right now. Usually I ask you the question first. Number 2, by the way.
Number 2.
Brilliant 5 at 5 today by Mike Rizzo. Kyle, how good is LSU going to be next year? And my take on this,
you love LSU.
I think they're the best team. And now you know how I am on talent. You know how my brain operates and who I root for. I look at the players. I look at who has the best team. LSU, I think, has the best roster in the SEC, maybe outside of Ole Miss. And Texas is a wait and see because of Sark. And
that's not fair. You can't do the wait and see and then all of a sudden do LSU.
The only reason
you can't do that.
The only reason I have Lane higher than Texas right now is because Lane, look, that Ole Miss team, if he would have stayed there, they would have made the playoff and probably gone on a run regardless. All right?
Yes.
So
as they proved.
I think Lane, recency bias, has proved that he could take a team to the college football playoff and compete in the SEC more so than Pete Golden, with all due respect, who finished the last 3 games of the season. More so than Steve Sarkisian, who's been the ultimate phony outside of 2 years
ago.
won
playoff games before. But, yes.
but hasn't gotten to the big one with loaded rosters. So I have, in my list right now of SEC teams, LSU 1, Ole Miss 2, and then the mix of Texas A&M, Georgia. They're on the outside looking in. I have those 2 teams higher comparatively than the rest of the SEC. Where you at with LSU and Kiffin this year?
I'm talk about a wait and see. They got Clemson early. Who knows how good Clemson's going to be? But if it's going to be another one of those slugfests amongst bad teams, you'll see that early. I do think the team's going to be solid. They'll be better than what they were last year. But I do think that there's going to be a little bit of a growth period. If Kiffin's going to have an immediate success, one thing we know, karma's not going to be on his side. He opened up his presser where he's supposed to take questions with a 2,200-word essay and took up all the time and did not answer a single question. So that's what he did today at SEC Media Day. And on top of that, it's a pretty slimy program for a number of reasons. Getting coaches, getting players. It's just, I'm down on LSU. Sam Leavitt is a good player. Do we know if he's a great player? Absolutely not. I would take a number of different quarterbacks in the SEC before I look at Sam Leavitt. And I think all the new will be interesting to see if that new can become great quickly.
Number 3.
Let's move on over to the professionals because Tyreek Hill, Colin, we talked about him earlier. He's still not ready to go with that knee injury that he suffered from last year. Are you going to see Tyreek Hill play some football?
I think he will, weirdly enough. I don't know enough about this injury. Maybe it's a 2 full year thing. If so, that's terrible. But the one thing I would add, if he's able to rehab over the next 3 or so months and he's able to be ready, it's early November and a team has 7-3. A guy go down, doesn't think that.
Who's signing up for that though?
I don't know.
The only reason I'm pressing you.
Can he be that much of a problem halfway through the season? Can he? Can he be that much of an off-field problem if he's that desperate for an opportunity? You don't think he'd shut up and do his job?
Let's not forget in the locker room what he was doing and saying after these games as well.
Right, but that's also
saying
when
they
he
need
was
to go get a quarterback.
That's when he was the star. I don't know. Would the Chiefs would it be crazy to see Andy Reid and the Chiefs throw him a bone midseason if Rashee Rice, guys are going down left and right?
I'll listen to the Chiefs. That's a peculiar. When I mean a peculiar team, yeah. The Chiefs know him. If anyone can handle him, it's probably the team that came up with
the Rams. If Nakua goes down, they need another guy. Would it be crazy?
You want to know who is always, I think, for eternity, they're going to be looking for a wide receiver, is the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. That's the team that just got rid of. They don't want to deal with the Keon Coleman's of the world, but I understand. You're right, Stephon Diggs.
It's just they might,
There's some teams that are attracted to that type of player, to a diva, and the Bills are one of them.
One more team for you. Why not the Rams?
I just said that, yeah.
Did
if
you?
Nakua
Am
goes
I not
down,
listening? Am I not? Hold on. Am I not listening to you? I mean,
if Nakua goes down, you don't think McVay could bring him in?
God, you literally just said it. San Francisco, Shanahan.
They got one of their own. They got to get rid of him. That's Brandon Ayuk.
He's already gone. Did they terminate his contract?
I don't think they did yet. I think they're trying to find.
Is his mom dating an NBA player?
What?
Dude, I think something crazy like that is going on, right? Or is it Jaden Daniels? Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels' mother is the one who's just like
Jaden,
with him all the time.
Dude, I swear I saw something.
It's not Jaden Daniels' mother. I don't think.
What I'm saying is I think Jaden Daniels is dating his mom. Elias,
Brandon Ayuk's mom?
Elias, can you Google that for me real quick?
Jaden Daniels is dating Brandon Ayuk's mother?
Can you search Jaden Daniels, Brandon Ayuk?
This is a big allegation. We gotta make sure you're right here.
I saw it. I'm blaming Reels if this is wrong. I need to get off social media. Honest to God, it's a nightmare.
Number 3.
Where are we at, Colin?
Number 4.
No, 4, 3, 4. Is Scooble getting traded? Number 4, 5-5, presented by Flagler Credit Union.
I am steadfast in the Milwaukee Brewers, Brew Crew. That's the one Wisconsin team that I like. The Milwaukee Brewers.
Dude, they don't operate like that.
That's the one Wisconsin team that I like. And it's the Brewers. So I'm going to go, I'm rooting for the Brewers to go get him. I do think he'll be traded. I hope it's not to LA. I don't know if LA doesn't need him, but LA doesn't care. So if there's somebody that I could see get in there, I wouldn't be surprised if like a sleeper like Texas rolled in there. But I'm looking at Milwaukee. I'm looking at LA. Those are the two teams. I don't think the Red Sox will do it because they're going to get Crochet back. The Yankees don't need him. I mean, the Blue Jays they have so much assets tied up into their pitching. Their season's kind of washed. Could Tampa do it? That's not how they operate either. But to talk about going for it, could Tampa do it?
So Craig Karmazin's chat GPT got back to me about Jaden Daniels. No, they're not dating. The rumors are based on a misunderstanding of recent NFL social media drama. I fell for a godforsaken reel on one of these godforsaken social media platforms. I wish I could throw this phone in the lake.
Number 5.
Is there anything stupider than banana ball? I'm still on this, man.
I'm down on banana ball.
I'm still on this, man.
Would you rather go?
I'm still on this, dude. I'm a baseball fan. I'm a baseball fan.
Steelers.
I don't need to see some guy.
You got to be at every Steeler game for a season or one banana ball game.
Hold on. I'm going to steal one of your sayings. Guy does a backflip and then throws it across home plate. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. This isn't baseball.
Let's move on.
Steeler game for a full year.
You got to be at every Steeler game or one banana ball.
Banana ball. I can't do that.
Wow.
I'd rather jump in Lake Okeechobee than be at a Michigan game. That's when they're not playing the Buckeyes either. So don't bother asking me that.
So no Michigan?
No.
All right.
Is Lake Okeechobee nice? I'm like sitting here
like saying
it's disgusting.
A lot of Gators.
Yeah, I still rather jump in Lake Okeechobee and risk it for the biscuit.
Wow. You're that down a banana bowl.
Remember when Christian tried to get us to wrestle gators? He said they'd close the mouth and wrestle a gator.
Christian Cat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been, you were down on that.
Dude, I don't need to wrestle a gator.
Will you get into Shark Week this weekend?
No.
I used to.
Dude, we used to drink for it. What are you talking about? In high school, we'd go to Mackenzie Harts and we'd drink for Shark Week.
Shark Week's a good
30
time.
30 rack and natty? Sign me up, dude. Back in the day. Not today.
For me.
5 years sober. Shout out Geese at 0%. Back in the day, skipping school, going to Kansas, swimming in the pool, and watching Shark Week.
You wouldn't skip school in July. Yeah. It's always
we weren't skipping school. Maybe I called off of work or something. Felt like we were skipping school.
Wow. I do like I like Shark Week. I'll get into that.
Dude, is there anything better in high school than getting a 30 rack of natty and just crushing it with the boys? I mean, honest to God. Dude, you got my brain going, getting a pack of Camel Crushes and then getting a 30 rack of natty and making them disappear on a summer day. Got nothing to do.
I'm 24. I like natty now.
Dude, where were we? So we were at DOS for a watch party.
For the World Cup final on
and
Sunday.
DOS, folks, it's a great spot.
It's a beer
garden. You gotta go. It's
great.
It's a great spot. But, a beer garden, they got the...
Handcrafted they got their own stuff.
They got the beer that tastes like the peppermint patty, that tastes like this, that tastes like that. And Colin goes...
What do you got in the back?
Colin goes up to me and goes, what's the cheapest beer you have? I'm like, dude, you should have just called me. I would have just went to the gas station and snuck you a 30 rack and brought it here for you and put it under the table. Just pour it in a glass. What are you drinking? It's that new IPA.
They got me some stuff from the back.
It's that mango infused IPA. Yeah, that was the 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union.
What's the cheapest beer you got? It's the age-old saying I do at a bar.
And what did they bring you? I've never. By the way, bartender for 6 years. I've never seen this.
It's
brand
an
of
East
beer
Coast
before.
beer. But they brought me out a Narragansett. We got some Narragansetts in the back. And I go get 3 of them.
I can't even say that word.
Narragansett.
Asgard?
No, not even. Wow. Yeah, they had a couple Narragansetts in the back.
In the back?
They had to get it out of the back.
Were they skunked?
I don't notice that. People
You
bring
don't
that
care?
up.
Skunk beer? Drink anything. Think it'd be in the fridge for 10 years. Couch drinking it.
I got Miller Lite from the February still in my fridge. That's probably not skunked yet.
Dude,
close.
Something about a summer day, 17, 18 years old.
All right.
Fake ID, rack a natty, pack of cigs, going to have a great time, man. By the way, I can't believe I just saw this. I think this is Mel on the chat. He says Policiner movies takes are as bad as his food takes. Horrible. Steve's got bad food takes?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't. Steve's not good with food.
I don't know.
And not seeing the Odyssey and only seeing, the Bruce
You
Springsteen.
can't say, hang on.
The Bruce Springsteen Nebraska documentary.
I'll get on
is
Uncle
a little,
Steve for this.
Much.
You can't say you didn't see Top Gun Maverick in the theater.
The 3 must-see movies
You didn't
last
see
4 years.
Oppenheimer, but he's movie guy, and
Can't
he
do
didn't
that.
see Odyssey.
Wasting my
You're
time.
not movie guy.
You are wasting my time.
You get what I'm saying? You're not movie guy if you don't see
1,000%
those
right.
movies in the theater.
You're 1,000% right. You can't do that.
Like,
I'm
not movie. Like I am. I'll see the big ones. How you are with soccer? Like you say, Riz, I'm locked into the World Cup and the Champions League. Fine. With me, with movies, I'm like that. I'll go and see. If you tell me, Riz, must-see movie, we're there. Now, you also told me a must-see movie was some Asian kung fu movie.
Which you bailed on.
We're all good there. Give me the generational movies. Give me the generational movies. That's a generational movie. How much was it to film that movie, by the way? To make that movie?
$250 million.
And it's clear that
It's
opening weekend.
made about $400 million. So it's made about $400 million. So yeah, it's going to make $1 billion.
Who swims in those profits, by the way? The movie companies?
Nolan probably is going to clear $100 million for this.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. He can do whatever he wants.
That guy could own a continent if he wanted to.
But and you're also sitting from a perspective. If you're a studio, you're gonna if you make $150 million, you're gonna say.
I know you told me it's not his shtick. He needs to save Star Wars. I
sent
you those fellow nerds that were talking about it. He needs to go and save Star Wars, bro. He needs to help Favreau and Disney out, dude.
Get Favreau out of there. Get Favreau out of there.
No, he's all right. Listen, Filoni.
He made that Mandalorian and Grogu movie that nobody saw.
But no, that was Darth Kathleen Kennedy that got her hands all over it. He was the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, he was good.
But then she got involved and brought back Grogu. Quickly, I'm down on Filoni because he sold out on that Ahsoka show. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
Who's got to do Andor? Is that Tony Gilroy?
I'm at your mercy there.
I think it was Gilroy.
He made Sabine a Jedi, and that was a wrong move.
Okay.
Filoni, by the way, in the Ahsoka show. And the lightsaber choreography was atrocious.
Whoever did Andor,
give
him a movie.
That. Yeah.
Go give him a movie. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Elias Bustamante. Appreciate Elias keeping us up over the airwaves today. We'll be back at it. Mike will be back at it tomorrow. I'll be on sabbatical. See you Monday. This has been Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call